Hello, everybody. Welcome to the pub. All right, it's Saturday night. Hey, what's up, everyone? All right, let's get the microphone. Microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, running all around as usual. The sound will improve greatly. Now, much better sound. Here we go. All right, we're kicking it. We're kicking it live. Sucking down pints till I didn't know. Woke up in the morning with a 1-ton hoe. What up, Bib May? How you doing? Happy Independence Day, brother. Let's see here. Do a little something, something, something. Boom, there it is. Happy 4th of July, Bib. That was at the fireworks down at the beach. Just your average Joe. Down there blowing up all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, all right, who do we have, Bib? Yo. Last Dance, of course. What up, man? Aphid, yo, brother. Bib Mia complimenting Last Dance, saying you are great. Look at that. Dippy Derek, what's up? Happy Saturday, bro. And Last Dance 2 over on Twitch, checking in. Pumping up those numbers. Thanks, Last Dance. Oh, that gives you a shudder. First drink in a week. So, definitely tastes a bit strong. Yeah. Ukraine. No, buddy. That was me at the beach down the road. Hey, Cosmic. How you doing, man? Welcome. Don't know if I recognize that name. Maybe, maybe not, but glad to have you, bro. Or lady. Blind Fury. What's up, bro? Always hanging out. Right on. Teetotaling's fine with me. If that's what's good for you, then live your own life, bro. It's totally fine. Probably be just me drinking here tonight. Maybe Aphid will have a beer, which is fine. I've learned not to give a shit what other people do, especially when it comes to their own choices. So, cheers, Last Dance. Have a water. Or maybe a lemonade. Good, man. Backstage boxing. That's good. If that's what you need to do for yourself, then go right ahead. If you have a reason for it, good. If not, hey, sobriety is best. There's no reason to drink other than just, I guess, something to do. Damn, it's warm out up over here right now. Oh, bummer. Twitch had an ad under my picture. Yeah, the Georgia Guidestone, I believe it's called. I don't know much about it other than the fact that it was erected in 1980, I believe. And I really don't know a lot about the meaning behind it or, the intention. So feel free to educate me there, Blind Fury, if you like. Got to do it for work. That's cool. Backstage. Yeah, 1980. I know a little bit. I mean, I looked it up because obviously I don't know anything about it. So, I did some basic reading about it here, here and there. But I do know that somebody blew the motherfucker up. That's for sure. What's up, Paul? Welcome, man. Paulie, always there early in the show. Appreciate that. And while I have it on my mind with Twitch, Random Goon did a show last evening. Quite good. I was popping in and out. Played a Poison song for me. It was good, man. Some people think it's a sign of civil war. I mean, I don't see how that would be. I mean, there's a lot of things that I guess people are saying it could be a sign of civil war. A lot of shit going on right now, so I don't tend to believe that. I think that the core of America, the American people, are more stable than you would be led to believe. But hey, what do I know? I know a lot of the shit you see in the media is obviously an extremely small part of the greater picture. Because for the most part, at least the people around here, we all get along regardless of a lot of things that would seemingly cause division. Guidestones are a manifesto, okay? There's some expression of somebody's viewpoints. Their manifesto, their what's that word? Credo, sort of a thing. Not that I have a credo, but if I had a credo, name that movie. That's an obscure reference. Believe it's National Lampoon's Vacation. Okay. Interesting, Aphid. Aphid saying it's something to do with the environment, environmentalism, I guess. Some level. Right on. Not bad. Smooth. I know, Aphid, you blew some stuff up, I believe. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. Maybe if it's illegal, you don't want to talk about it. But I think everyone else here is British. No, it was the original Vacation. Marty Moose. I don't think the Brits here, they blow stuff up on a different day. Um, what's it called? The fucking day there where you blow shit up. Brits. I remember Hayden talking about it. God damn, that is smooth. Operator. Whoa. Bonfire night. Boom. Thank you, Cosmic. Wow. Guy Fawkes night. Right. I knew that. That's the one. Is there a law about I haven't played yet, Lee. I just jumped on here. Was there a law about not being allowed to dress up as Guy Fawkes? Pardon me. I'm gonna have to do that every once in a while. The allergies are acting up. Sorry. I'm gonna be doing that. I set up quick keys here so I can mute and change the camera, shut it off if I need to. A little bit stuffed up. Guy Fawkes, yeah. Yeah, I figured out how to switch on the quick keys so you can just bang, bang, I'm out, and then boom, right back in. Getting pretty good at this from the old days. Okay, you make up a big, like, straw man. Monkeypox, yeah. Seem to be traveling around one particular group of people. Jesus Christ, Biscuit. And how are you doing, buddy? Somebody was killed playing as Guy Fawkes? That's crazy. Yeah. I want to learn the story of that Guy Fawkes. Boris. Old BJ. I want to say, oh well, them's the breaks. Them's the breaks. What the fuck was that? Was that ad lib right then and there? He came up with them's the breaks. You know, such an odd line. Them's the breaks, my homies. Good night, all, and fuck off. That's how he should have left. See, Last Dance is putting up all this stuff here that's on the Twitch side that you can't see. Yeah, huh, Aphid? I mean, I'll feature them real quick here. Maintain humanity under 500 million. Not possible. Guide reproduction wisely. Unite humanity with living a living new language. English. Rule passion, faith, tradition in all things with tempered reason. Reason? Humanity? Meh. Next. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. I mean, that would be something worth pursuing, of course. Personal rights, social duties. Prize, truth, beauty, and love. Wow, geez, this guy's like on a run over here. And of course, the last line, last dance is all wise. And that's what got them blown up. That line right there. No, I don't know. Cool. Yeah, it seems like people are, there's way too many, and that stuff's never going to happen. We fought. We got fought. Ooh, powder monkey. Cool. Oh, cool, Lee. Not sure what you mean by horse shit, Aphid Lip. Clarify. Kazakhstan. Very nice. Yes. She's a Kazakh. What's up, Vanilla Face? Bang, bang, skeet, skeet. Oh, I could go on about that movie. Fuck, man. Oh, great movie. Oh, okay, yeah, right. Yeah, understood. Very funny. I consider him to be a wise individual. And often when I go to him for an answer, he goes, I don't know. There you go. Yeah, I don't know if I should do that. Maybe it would be disrespectful, McGrandy. And hello, how are you? Welcome. Oh, look at this. Now all the fucking fact checkers are coming out. Here we go. Big brain last dance coming out. She's actually from Russia. I'm kidding. And also Blind Fury pointing out the same thing. Yeah, cool, but thank you for clarifying that, guys. Bonsai. Yeah, I mean, terrible. I cannot believe somebody got to him with a two-shot homemade firearm, I guess, for lack of a better term, then killed him. Mm. That is thin security at best. I mean, what security? Literally. Ah, it is important. I see. Makes sense. Right. So she just skated under that. Right. Clearly, she knew that, obviously, but I don't know. What do I know? I don't want to comment on that whole thing, but I think that maybe some of it went a little too far with people who had nothing to do with the choice of what Russia did. They're just athletes getting banned. I don't know what logic there is there. No one dived for cover. I know. I saw. It seemed like the cameraman did because the camera went all shit for, and you didn't even hear the gunshot. You like Kim? Interesting. Right. No one grabbed the president. No one dived in front of him. And he was there no body armor? I didn't see his head get blown off. Well, not that I really know, but did he literally shoot him in the vitals? And the guy didn't have any plates on? He didn't have a bulletproof vest? I mean, nothing? One would imagine he would have plates on the front and back, which would be capable of stopping a rifle, like, what the President of the United States wears. Um, but of course, it doesn't usually matter what they're wearing, that there's never going to be a shot taken. The fact that a shot was taken is just amazing. And two shots with such a primitive looking gun, firearm, whatever. There clearly was so many things wrong there. Terrible. Just crazy, man. Gets you in the wormhole of maybe we'll go over assassinations tonight. It's definitely some throughout history. Well, wouldn't it be more of a like a samurai charge? I don't know. What do I know? What's a bucka? Like a slam gun, smash gun? Where you have a firing pin and a pipe. A firing pin at the bottom of one pipe, a second pipe with the round in the back that's slightly smaller diameter than the pipe with the firing pin. And then you slam the smaller pipe, which is inside the bigger pipe, into the firing pin. Some concept like that, and then bam. It's pretty simple. K-pop. Remember back months, maybe even a year ago, somebody here didn't know where K-pop was from. I think it was it Biscuit? Funny shit. Serpent is present. Yeah, cool to have you, Biscuit. Not sure what the status is of you, but at some point here, would love to get you on to join in. Yeah, right. I know. I agree. Last Dance. Although, I mean, I've come to the conclusion that I can't like all music, but music is music. If it's music, you know, I may not love Billie Eilish's music, but I recognize the fact that she is quite a talented person. I don't hunt down her music, her songs, but she's certainly talented. But I do agree that pop bullshit is noise pollution. We had it here for years, the boy bands, man. That's just they're feeding a niche like the young Beatles did at the time. Are we just the old people who listened to Glenn Miller and Benny Goodman, and when the Beatles came along, it was fucking noise pollution, right? So it's I suppose all relative. And early Beatles, I gotta say, was not good. They had some really bad songs. They were writing them for a particular purpose. Yeah, my dad was a Korean War veteran there, McGrandy. He was fortunate enough to not be directly in battle, but he put his part. He did his part. Crazy shit that he had to do to get guys back going to war. You got to have support. That's somewhat kind of what he did. Yeah, I saw it, Blind Fury. It appeared to be two pipes sort of affixed to like a short 2x4, possibly with a battery that initiated the firing. I'm not positive about that. Steve, I got you. Yeah, I want to hold your hand. Not great. But hey, we all start somewhere. Found something random on YouTube I sent to Last Dance the other night. It was George Harrison and Paul Simon playing a couple tunes together. The first one was Here Comes the Sun. The second one was Homeward Bound. The year, I'm going to guess, was 79 or 80. And unbeknownst to me, Last Dance let me know that was a performance on Saturday Night Live. I mean, like, wow, George Harrison and Paul Simon doing a solo acoustic tunes together. That might be one of the best SNL performances all time, Sure do, Paul. Not a ton, but yes, I do. Yeah, just the other day I was playing around with double drop D. It's a great tuning. That's a course. Going to California. Send it. That is funny. Send it. for now. That was a good one. His impersonation was amazing. Amazing, Topple. I mean, obviously, I don't even think you were alive yet. I might have been maybe 6 months old or a year or something when that happened, but shit, epic, epic stuff. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Stand up and walk out of me. Carol, what's going on? Baby, I'm amazed. Yeah, that's Wings, right? Yeah, of course. It's got one of the great guitar solos of all time in it, and it's a good tune. And um, everything, the drums, the guitar, fabulous song. Let's see here. Oh, it's Maybe I'm Amazed, not Baby. All right. I want to find this solo. I do love that solo. Maybe I can tabs. Try the tabs. How's this go? No, that's not going to sound right. Um, it's it was funny. I should have shit like this prepared. I didn't know we'd be going here. Oh well, I got to shut it off in my brain because I'll yeah I'll pre-Wings. So that was right when it's he right after the Beatles. Maybe I'm amazed. Maybe I'm amazed, man. Now I really want to play it. Why don't these look anything like I remember the solo? All right, that sounds more like it. All right, yeah, okay. Satisfied me. That was the one. I think I just hit it. It just doesn't sound right on that string. See, he's playing it on this string. So let's transfer it to another string, a little lower sound. So that's D, D. Yeah, something closer to that. Yep. Great tune. A lot of fun. My mid 20s. There you go. Yeah, right on, man. Well, let me gonna do a little screen share of something here. It's literally 30 seconds long, so bear with me. Okay. Bear with me here, people. Okay, we're going to try something new. Well, not new, but yeah, I made a video out in nature somewhere. 30-second video. You guys are going to check it out. And I'm going to go here now. Go here. Going to go back to here. Share. Okay, you ready?
Grape Island, Weymouth, Massachusetts. From this spot here on the peninsula, Weymouth militiamen drove back the British sailors from crossing the channel, mainly with musket fire. British sailors were attempting to resupply General Howe and his beleaguered army as they occupied Boston, Massachusetts during the American Revolution.
All right, that's it. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Toppel. It was, yeah, that was a little spot, one of my favorite historical areas. I don't think I've ever shown that before. But pretty cool Revolutionary War battle. The militiamen from Weymouth was called the Grape Island Alarm. They had lookouts, and when they saw the Brits loading up their little dories and shit to fucking row across the channel, boom, they just unleashed with muskets. Thanks, Ethan. Conflicting alarms about whether they actually hit anything, being that it was 1700 level muskets. These things might have been not rifled, you know what I'm saying? Just bullet. Who knows where the stuff was going. So I did play it about a month or so ago. Damn, okay. I had a feeling that I might have, because I noticed that it was in my Twitter. I DM'd it to myself on Twitter, and I probably did that so I could share it on here. Seen it is what Matt Grandy meant, I think. Yeah, well, 1814. Yeah. I believe there was a bit of a fire then. Irish. Hey, Marty. What's up, dude? Welcome. Thanks. Thank you, Martin. King George, not a happy man. Thanks, Marty. Hey, thank you, Carol. Who dis? Who dis? That would be an email, and I hope it's not. It's just bullshit. Banjo out. I know. I wish I had a banjo. I did like history at school. It was the one subject that kept me interested, Blind Fury, to tell you the truth. Um, it just seemed like, thank you, Martin. I wrote it like probably 22 years ago for a little baby that was born to the, not my family, but to the bigger family, the greater family. Yeah, man, I loved history because it actually, I would search out the answers and be intrigued by them, you know? You tell a young boy that, for example, the story of Paul Revere, I know it's embellished, but he, you tell a kid that, and it's just amazing, man. It's it brings you right there. Math was fun. I always was good at math, but math is linear, kind of. I guess it's sort of there in front of you, and you just have to apply the right logic to it. But history is you can just keep digging. It's amazing. I love it. Ooh, mama. Throw mama from the train. All right, let me get some headphones. Hey, Last Dance, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing, Smokesteve?
Very good, thanks. Very good. Just on the water still?
It's just still on the water. Yeah, I got. My doctor said 2 months for me to get a second blood test. So I'll get that test. I'm sure it'll be fine, and then I'll be doing damage to my liver again.
So that like she says it could take that long for it to show like the drinking.
Well, I mean, this is how they do things, right? They like to wait a while to see if it's you have some sickness or something, just some temporary problem.
Interesting.
So wait 2 months. She said, wait 2 months. Don't drink for 10 days before. Don't take Advil for 10 days before. Don't take Tylenol for 10 days before, and then get your blood tested again.
Oh, wait. So you yourself are the one who came up with the 2 months, the no drinking.
Yeah, I did. I want to see if that's at all the cause. I mean, I want to totally rule that out.
Right. But see, that you're like an older buddy of mine who, like, he knows he's got 3 months to go to the doctor. Are you that guy who's like working out, walking, and eating super healthy?
Not at all.
One of those, right?
No. This is really just to diagnose it. I also haven't had any Advil or Tylenol in that time either, and I could have used that. I mean, that's I get aches and pains when I work out, and I usually take an Advil, and it does the ticket. But I've been, it's aches and pains. You don't really need to take an Advil. It's just better to not have aches and pains. But I'll see what happens. If the numbers are completely better, then I'll know what I guess I won't know for sure. But it's just all diagnosing these things is it could take a while. It's a process of trial and error. You see if the numbers go down when you do one thing, then that tells you something. If nothing changes, then that's another thing. So
yeah, and for them, they want to do little usually.
Yeah,
seemingly, depending on your insurance, but
yeah.
All right, let's. I never personally take ibuprofen. I never take any pill anymore. I don't know. I just don't think they're worth it. But
they can't hurt you if you don't take them. That's for sure.
That's right. The only thing I'll take is occasionally allergy medicine and the jib jab. Which did you get boosted?
I got one booster. Yep.
Is that it for you?
That's it until I don't I go with what my doctor recommends. She's pretty conservative on all things, including vaccines, and so I have confidence in her.
Sure.
She's the one that had me get a blood test to see what my antibody levels were, and she said as long as your antibodies are high, you're probably there's no point in getting a vaccine from what we know today. Now things change. I say that to people that new variants come out, the science changes, and I trust her to keep track of these things and make recommendations. So
right.
If she says, yeah, you probably should get a booster in a few months, then I'll go ahead and get the booster.
Is she contemporary or quite a bit younger? If you don't mind me asking.
She's a little bit younger. She's about my age.
Close enough, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, she probably sounds like a sharp one. Obviously, she's a doctor, so.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and add in. Hey,
Hello.
Mr. Babes.
How's it going?
Hey, you're looking good, Biscuit.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. My dad tried to go on holiday 2 days ago, and he was turned away because he didn't have the third booster.
Turned away from
He was going on a ferry to Spain.
And they stopped him at the ferry?
Yep.
Huh. What do they do?
He's had his first two, but because it was over a year ago, they said you've got to go back and have a PCR test and come back the day after, but he'll have missed his trip by then.
Huh. Well, that's a pisser. Is that the UK stopping him or the?
I think that was the cruise
company. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Crazy, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big time.
Gonna stay. Had a nice place.
No, he was gonna take a 2-day cruise to Spain, and then ride his motorbike all the way back.
Oh, damn.
Hmm.
That sucks. So yeah, maybe he just goes on a road trip around the UK, that sort of thing.
No, he won't. He's just staying at home now. He had his heart set just going to Spain and going in nice sun and taking that nice trip on motorbike all the way through Spain and France.
That would have been a pretty sick trip. Nice bike, big one.
Yeah, a
touring bike.
It's not the BMW, but it's like the GS 1100, 1300. Do you know the ones that Ewan McGregor rode round the world?
I can picture it. Sure, got a couple saddlebags on the back. That's
yeah, that's it. Yeah, and all his camping gear because they were going to camp all the way.
Oh, it's like Easy Rider, man. Sounds epic, killer. Oh, is he all bummed out? It's like super.
He as soon as I phoned him, oh, you've come to gloat then, have you? He goes, no, I'm actually calling because I need you to take me to hospital on 20th, so it's a bit of fortune that he's not going.
Oh, no shit, huh? The 20th, is that it?
No, that's not my surgery. That's blood tests again, getting weighed and getting another injection.
So what was this? They seem to be pulling you all over the place with this thing, man.
Yeah, big time.
And they didn't have the right staples? I mean, what kind of
That was the first delay.
No, that was the second delay.
That was the second delay.
Yeah, the first delay, a
skateboarder and somebody else had a bad injury.
Well, the skateboarder was my quip. They just said they had lots of emergencies, and I just used skateboarders having accidents and being stupid.
It's just our prototype of an idiot.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen,
no offense, Aphid Lip.
I'm going to go ahead and bring in somebody who's not an idiot, Mr. Lee Howells.
Hello.
Hey, Lee.
Oh,
How are
Lee.
you all?
It's good to see you, Lee.
See you.
Cheers.
Yeah, and you guys. Good to see you looking. I think you're still looking great, Biscuit. You've lost weight, certainly, haven't you?
Oh yeah,
Big
I've lost 47 pounds so far in 6 weeks.
I can see it.
if
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
well done, man.
if they keep delaying you're not going to qualify for the
Yeah,
search.
you're gonna get
I
need
know,
it.
right?
Maybe it's a fucking ploy, dude. They're just gonna string you along. You're gonna
I'm
lose
doing that
200
well. I'm
pounds.
doing that well with weight loss. They're like,
Right.
he don't need surgery. He's doing great.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Actually, it will make them very much more likely to take you in because it shows that you're committed.
That's
and
right.
It means that it'll be more likely to be more successful. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's great.
I mean, today I had 870 calories today.
It's light.
Yeah.
Good man. What do you have? A little vape, a little nicotine vape as sort of a.
Yep.
Can still get them over there, huh?
Yep.
It's not going to be long here. I think they're all.
Oh my God, the FDA is insane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Has it been nice? Has it been nice in Doncaster today, Biscuit?
Yeah,
Manchester's been beautiful.
It topped out 30 degrees today.
Yeah,
I actually saw. I saw Manchester today.
Did you? How?
Yes, there's a YouTube channel, Manchester Airport plane spotting live. So.
Yeah, I've seen that
Thanks,
myself.
Carol.
Yeah.
So I watched that for a while. It looked beautiful there. I wanted to go there. Everyone was complaining it was too hot or something. I don't remember. But
yeah, well, we're not used to it, so yeah. But it's. I think it's in for the next. I think it's in for next week. So I think it reaches on Monday. It reaches the highest. I think in the. What would it be for you guys? 82, 85, something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty much cool. I mean,
Yeah,
82.
It'll be hotter than that, I think.
That's 28 degrees Celsius. What's that then? Is that?
Well,
that's in the 80s, isn't it?
I'm going to go ahead and we'll do 30, and that'll give us a nice round.
That's what it was today.
30 is 86. Okay, so kind of gives you a ballpark,
And you're saying that's cool.
86 would be right middle of the road for summer here.
Yeah.
85 is an average day. 80 is cool. 90 is hot. So
we might get like 42 at the very height.
42? That's hot.
Yeah, that is hot.
Yeah, we've had a ton of rain here.
107? You crazy motherfucker? You guys never get that hot, do you?
Maybe once or twice a year.
Wow. That's hot, dude.
107. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Last year it got to 42 degrees at the very hottest day.
Whoa.
Yeah. 40 would be 104. So it's 40 times 9 divided by 5. Is that right? Is that the formula?
You have to subtract 32 somewhere in there.
I thought
plus 32.
Well, it depends which way you're going.
Yeah.
Celsius
to Fahrenheit, you just double the Celsius and add 30, and you're roughly in the right place.
Okay, yeah. Double the Celsius.
What's easier is just getting a calculator on Google and
yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, just type such and such Celsius to Fahrenheit or vice versa in Google, and it'll tell you.
Exactly. You don't have to do the math. If you
only problem is technology is making us all dumb because we're relying on technology.
Yeah. If you have Siri, you could probably just ask Siri in a normal voice.
Now, will you guys head down to the beach or something when it gets hot? Lee, bring the family down, jump in the ocean.
Yeah. So quite often I'll do that. If I know the weather's going to be good, then we'll dog as well, or whiz off to the beach. So yeah.
You throw a rack of beers on ice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you got to be careful. Yeah, I probably wouldn't take beers with me. I'd probably go to a pub that's right on the beach.
Why's that?
So why? I don't think they like you drinking on the beach. I know you can. I think you probably can, but there are some beaches where you can't drink in public. So yeah. So
it's probably the same here, but nobody enforces it unless you're disorderly, and then you'll get dinged for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they basically have to arrest everybody here. Everyone's drinking. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't myself, but save that for the house. But yeah, it's everybody drinks at the beach, and they all have just regular. They're not hiding it with red Solo cups or anything. It's pretty much all right out in the open. So
yeah.
No
bigger
brown paper.
But many problems, people fighting or anything like that, or
Never.
Never.
It's pretty rare.
See, the mentality is different. There'll probably be loads of people making comments going, "No, it's not," but but it is. If loads of lads go drinking on a beach in England, then they're going to want to fight another bunch of lads that have been drinking. It usually ultimately ends up in. So that's why they don't like it and ban it.
Yeah.
The alcohol mentality in the UK is completely different to especially the rest of Europe. Everyone just wants to get pissed and have a fight here.
I was taught as like a kid like that Europeans are introduced to alcohol at a young age, so it's like no big deal to them, right? But you're kind of saying the opposite. These kids are getting their beer muscles and getting hammered, and I mean, so is it a UK thing compared to say like
I think so. I lived in France for a year, and within the community that I was mixing with, because I was playing sports, so I got invited to a lot of houses, lots of barbecues and stuff. It was in the south of France, and I was watching as the children were introduced to wine. It's diluted with water, but they certainly introduced it very young. And the fascination with alcohol by the time they get into the teens is non-existent. It's like, well, it's alcohol, yeah, big deal, Whereas we're like trying to get alcohol before we're 18, and hopefully one of us looks mature enough to go in and get some cans and we can have a bit. But yeah, in Europe it's just completely different, completely chilled out.
Yeah, so the UK sounds more like the US and less like Europe in that sense, at least, right? You reminded me of that movie Superbad. Fucking great scene when they're trying to buy the alcohol. Remember when the kid, when Jonah Hill, he fantasizes about what it would be like for him to go and buy, and they're like, "Okay, that's $90," and he's like, "Here's a $90 bill," and he's got like this fantasy about how successful that makes no fucking sense at all. And then
the fake ID's McLovin or something in it.
Yeah, McLovin shows up. He's got the vest on. Fucking Jonah Hill's like, "You look like Aladdin. Why'd you wear the fucking vest, man? This is never going to work." And then he goes in. He's basically successful, and he gets knocked the fuck out by the guy robbing the store. It's just a brilliant scene. Like, such a brilliant movie. Do you remember that? It's so smart.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. This is the true story. This is the true story. The moment I had when had to buy some alcohol underage, I'm with about 3 other mates, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's going to do it." So I was like, "Oh, for God's sakes, I'll just go in and do it." So I walk into this off license, and I am nervous. I think I was probably about 15, maybe just turning 16, but so I was nervous as anything. As soon as I go up to the till with like these 8 cans of lager, I'm thinking she's going to bust me. She's going to want ID. Anyway, she just turns around, tells me how much it is, and I hand the money over. And I walked out of that shop like a king. I was like, "Yeah, I've done it." So we're sharing the cans around. And after about 2 minutes, one of my mates looks at the cans and goes, "You fucking idiot. It's alcohol free." I was so nervous. I just picked up the first cans I can get my hands on. I just didn't check. I've gone from being a hero to an absolute dickhead.
Yeah.
And you spent the money.
Yeah, which we all chipped in for, which they were pretty annoyed about. So, oh God, yeah, and they never, to this day, they never let me forget that either.
There was a print shop in Chinatown that I went to with my buddies. 35 got you a fake ID, and it could be any state that you chose. And on the back, in really small print, in this huge paragraph, like 5 different languages, it said facsimile ID. Not legal tender, not legal identification, but it was really small. Nobody ever read the back of the thing. It worked fine, more or less, in Chinatown. Really? If you went to, like, no offense, but like a real liquor store with serious guys who like actually look at IDs, and I tried it once, and the guy put the ID down on the counter and said, "I'm going to call the local police." and let them know what's going on here. And I grabbed the ID and ran out of the fucking store. And that was like when I learned, like, go to the shittiest looking store, one cooler of beer, like maybe they only sell singles, like that's where it's gonna work, Don't go to like the big fucking department store size liquor store where you can get everything, because you're gonna get busted immediately, But I had a lot of success with that thing. Just learned the hard way, for sure. Any place with a manager is immediately going to bust you. Did you have a fake ID, Lee?
No, never did.
No.
The thing is, if they want to see something, usually they want to see your driving license. So
right.
But I didn't even. Yeah, I thought pretty hard to probably get hold of one of those at that age. Do you know what I mean? No one would probably be prepared. It's pretty serious.
The other scam was when I was a teen that you would take your driver's license, you would find the same lettering on a piece of printed paper, cut out the letter to change the date on yours, so you could change usually just the last letter in the year to make yourself like 3 or 4 years older. So you'd have to like physically take an X-Acto knife to your ID, your real driver's license. A lot of kids did this. They would cut out the old number and then like glue in and glaze over it with super glue the new number, and it always looked completely fucked up. And like now these kids have these like altered driver's licenses. They were completely useless. If they ever got pulled over, these things were like everything on it was right except for the date that they were born, and the cop would know in 2 seconds. But that was like, I mean, thank God the time I made photocopies of my license to try it. I got into a car accident, and all the photocopies of the license went flying everywhere, all around the vehicle. I was fine, no injuries, but like I had to scramble to clean these up. And the cops show up, and I've got a stack of fucking photocopies of my own license. They're like, "What are you doing with those, anyways?" By the way, and I was like, "Just a project for high school, no big deal." Just
they probably knew exactly what you were doing.
Are your licenses in America a plastic card or a piece of paper?
Laminated plastic.
They're laminated.
Just getting a drink.
Yeah. Now they are all full of holograms and different.
Ours is like a credit card with the holograms and whatnot on.
With the photo?
Yeah.
Yeah, similar to us. Hey, look who it is.
Hey, Smokesteve wife.
Hello.
Good to see you there in the chat.
Yes. Got to drink at 18. I don't know what he means by that.
He means that, and I was too, the drinking age in my state when I was 18 was 18.
That one's my license.
Then when I turned 21, cool. The drinking age turned to 21. So I was never illegal. So,
interesting.
I could drink. Of course, I didn't try anything before 18, of course.
Of course. So that's what the government basically said. If you don't change your drinking age, you're not going to get funds for the highway system or something. Was that right?
Yeah, that was. I'm trying to remember all the details. I grew up in Chicago.
Yeah.
And I remember it must have been 21 because I remember kids would drive over to Wisconsin where it was 18, get completely hammered, come back, cross the border at 3 a.m, completely drunk, and get in terrible car accidents, and leave their blood and guts all over northern Illinois.
Right.
And I think the way the state of Illinois solved that was they made their drinking age 18 for a while. And then at some point, everybody went to 21.
Yeah. It had to do with funding for the national highway system.
Was that what it was? Yeah.
They weren't going to give it to states that didn't comply, something like that, because the roads they were considered unsafe with. Maybe they were, who knows? I mean, I know back in the day, they would basically tell people to leave their car and walk, And people would have multiple DUIs. There were famous people around Boston that had tons. This is one of the reasons in this state why they had to do away with happy hour. There was some like horrendous deaths, occurring from people leaving happy hour at a bar, jumping behind the wheel, which would be what, like dollar drinks, 50-cent drinks, who knows, for like an hour or two. And now it's still illegal.
What's your drinking limit? What's your drinking limit? What can you drink and still be safe to drive in the eyes of the law?
0.08 in this state.
Yeah, it was actually higher, like 0.10 back in 1980, back when I was
What's that equivalent to pints? We could drink 2 pints.
So yeah, a 200-pound guy could have probably, I would say, 4 light beers, maybe 2.5 like real beers. It'd be totally fine.
2 pints would probably put you right at or over.
Yeah, 2 pints in an hour, you'd probably be a little high. 1 pint an hour, you'd probably be okay, especially if you're having a bite to eat, 2 pints in 2 hours, you're fine. 2 pints in 1 hour, that could probably get up there. It's weird. It's weird how alcohol is like. You could drink all night long if you drink.
It's probably a good idea to have one of those portable breathalyzers, like if you're going to be driving after a drink.
Yeah.
Are they good though? Are they accurate?
Well, they're better than nothing, aren't they? They give you an idea.
They can be accurate, but they can also, if you're not, if they're careless the way they use them, or they can also be inaccurate.
Sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and add in some people here. Mr. Aphid Lip.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Mr. Aphid. How you doing?
Looking good there.
Good. Thank you.
Do you mind if I put you on solo layout so we can see the flora?
I got some flowers there.
And fauna.
I think you got
Chip.
There's Chip. Yeah, Chip's here.
Oh, very nice.
There we go.
Yeah, cool.
I see. I forgot to pick up the crack pot. That's right behind me.
We got 2 crackpots on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Did it? Well, welcome. So you had? Are you allowed to talk about explosions? Like?
Oh yeah. I'm unincorporated, so I can do whatever I want back here.
So you had a buddy who came through, right? You said?
Yeah, he did, man. I don't know if any of you Americans went to buy fireworks this year, but I would say they were at least twice as much, if not 3 times as expensive as they were last year.
Aren't they made of mostly like it's basically nitrogen compounds, which are very expensive in these days. It's why fertilizer is so expensive, and urea.
I guess. I mean, obviously there's some reason, because they were outrageous, just outrageous. But yeah, I was having a party, so I had already bought food and paper plates and everything else. So I didn't want to go crazy and have to get a second mortgage on my house to have a party. So I didn't want to go crazy with the fireworks. Now I was kind of hoping somebody else would buy some too, and I should have known, because my buddy he spent I think it was $640. I think. I couldn't believe it, man.
That's
I'm like, there's
money.
no way I would ever spend that kind of jack on fireworks. But I was glad he did, because I just sat back and we didn't even hardly shoot anything we bought. We just sat back and let him and the kids shoot everything off.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to start now and take like 20 a week and put it in, a jar in the closet.
Right.
Because you want it to just be cash you don't notice. You're not going to want to take $600 from 1 week of living and like blow it.
Right.
I wonder how much. Have you ever seen those drone firework displays?
Oh, I think I've seen a video of one.
They have like a fleet of 1,000 drones that light up and it looks like fireworks.
Yeah,
like the Tesla grand opening.
That takes some big money, like Disney or Tesla. Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. You mean the drones simulate the fireworks?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
They're flying like formation and
coordinated drone displays. It's pretty impressive. Pretty scary if they turn on us.
Right.
Yeah. Have you guys? I never saw one before. The guy who was blowing shit up at the beach near us had this thing called a satellite, which was like a 12-inch disc that starts spinning and then shot up into the air like 1,000 feet and made this hellacious, like ripping whistle sound, like 1,000 whistlers. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen, man. It was like very cool. I mean, there must be some people with some money around here because some serious dollars were spent at the beaches in this town to blow stuff up. It was pretty cool. I saw these guys who had a little wagon, steel, like Gorilla Cart is the brand, and this thing was loaded with cakes and all kinds of mortars, and they had a second one in behind it. And I was like, damn, so jealous. Like, that's the guys we were sitting right next to. They were just
my favorite fireworks display was that video that Avid Lift showed on.
That was sweet, wasn't it?
Was it dynamite?
No,
it was just some home fireworks.
Yeah.
Someone set it off and it didn't go up. It went sideways, and one of them landed in the box of the other fireworks.
That was the kicker. You saw the little thing trickle across, like,
yeah, right. You saw that,
boop, and then fucking boom, the whole box went off, dude.
I think that it was a bad decision. I think they might have put, or maybe they just didn't know, but I think it was a mortar that they put upside down. And instead of shooting up, it shot down, and it was one of those ones that explodes, and then those little ones explode outside of it.
Yeah.
but there's
I've done that, but luckily at the time it just blew up and fired sparks out of the top of the thing. But that's definitely what they did. So
I don't know if
he's talking about, it's like a ball about this size, right? If you put it in the tube upside down, the rocket comes out and it doesn't go up in the air and it explodes, essentially. Pretty scary shit.
I don't know if you looked at the different behavior of the men and the women in that video.
Yeah, the women were like,
the men are like, whoa, that's pretty cool. The women are grabbing the kids and running away.
Right.
Only one of those sexes had any sense.
Oh yeah.
Like none of the guys were like worried about the kids at all. They were just worried about getting a good view and getting themselves out of
saving the fireworks too. Every time Steve gets up, Kramer's staring at me. Kramer and Elmo.
It's a good combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my buddy that bought all the fireworks, he's the one that sent me that video, and that could have been his back because he sat there. He had he's got like an SUV, and he had it all in the back of the SUV with the tailgate down and the hatch, up, right where we were shooting all the fireworks off. So something could have easily went and got in there and blew everything up just like it did in that video. And I've been in those situations, and once it goes, there's nothing you can do. It's over.
It's Topple.
Hey, you right, Topple?
What's going on, everybody? How's everyone feeling today?
Good.
Pretty good. How are you doing? You still got COVID?
I got it, but I'm over it now. Yeah, I had no voice the last 2 days, so I finally started getting that back. Smart to smoke right now too, but
there you go.
Still got to choke one down just for no reason whatsoever.
Oh no, the weirdest part is like
oh, by the way, hello.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
No, the weirdest part was like my throat did hurt, but everyone else I'm talking to got like razor blade feeling on their throat. I never got that, so I guess I'm very fortunate.
Yeah.
My wife is passed out upstairs right now, so she's got it now.
Yeah, my wife and daughter have just had it again for the second time, and once again, touch wood. Yeah, I've not got the last time they both got it at the same time, and once again, I didn't get it then. So very lucky.
And do you guys take precautions in your own house?
No, I don't, because I don't worry about it too much. I might have worried about it a bit the first time round with what was supposed to be a stronger version, but everyone in the UK just seems to be getting on with life now. They do leave work depending on what job they've got, I suppose. But I think, am I right, Biscuit? If you've got it after like 2 or 3 days, you can still go out and mix with people.
Well, I don't know.
It's not as strict, is it?
I think you've got to wait till your PCR's clear, don't you?
I always heard it was,
well, my wife tested negative, not yesterday, day before.
Because otherwise you're just spreading it willy-nilly, aren't you, if people just go out with it.
But I think that's the massive problem here. It's on the rise massively, isn't it? And it's like...
Same here.
Don't think people are just taking it as seriously as they were.
I don't think they
But then
need
again,
to.
I don't think they need to either. It's a lot weaker. So
Actually, this one seems a little bit worse than the previous variant.
yeah, does it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much worse. And the previous variant was a lot less worse than the one before it. So
It's a doozy.
it's all relative.
I'll tell you.
Right.
What is he talking about? What?
Political correctness.
I don't know.
You never know what's in Martin's head.
No. Marty, did you join us?
We know what's in his ass, though.
Oh. What? Loads?
BDL.
You know it.
Loads. Good times.
He's got that BDL going. Oh, PCR test. Okay.
Yeah, 5 days over here in the U.S. Basically after your first sign of infection, I guess 5 days you're good. That's
So maybe it's 5 days here then. What was it in originally? What was it? Was it 14 days or something originally when you got it?
Originally, yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
I mean, they seem to go from one extreme to the other.
Well, it was 14 days because they didn't actually know how long the thing lasted.
Because they didn't know shit about anything.
Yeah.
Be what?
Err on the side of caution.
Really? I mean,
Be proud, Martin. That's what we're trying to say.
did you have it ever? Aphid?
Me, no, not that I know of. I mean, I really haven't even really got sick at all, since then. Knock on wood.
Biscuit, did you ever actually test positive? I know all those times you feigned that you had it. You were
Never
like
tested. I've never tested positive now.
Okay. Well,
but saying that, I've only had these tests before I've gone to hospital. So I've not had the test before.
Like when you felt like shit, you thought you might have had it. You didn't test.
Yeah.
You didn't have an at-home test?
No, I didn't see it need because I was staying at home anyway.
Remember you had that bizarre theory that the fucking thing was coming up through the floorboards or something?
Yeah.
Because you could smell their cooking, so that must have been...
No, the
smoking.
cigarette smoke, yeah.
That's what it was, yeah. Hilarious. Oh, man. Funny shit.
And do you know how hard it is when my next door neighbour keeps having fucking barbecues outside?
Oh. Yeah. That's a good smell. It's tough to resist.
Oh, it's horrible.
I mean, could you literally just eat one, piece of barbecue per day if it ended up being 800 calories? Like,
no, yeah. If my entire calorie intake's less than 1,000, it's good. But
are they still making you eat muesli and shit for breakfast and like a specific diet and all that? Right?
For this 2 weeks, I'm not supposed to be on the liver reduction diet, but I've kept it up for weight loss.
All right, cool. Good for you, man.
I've upped my intake a little bit.
Good theory, McGrandy.
I've added an extra piece of toast and an extra egg to my lunch.
Wow.
While I'm, but today I've been low on, eating because I just don't feel like it.
You moving around more?
It's easier, yeah.
Good, man. Moving, trying to walk a little, get out.
Yeah, instead of ordering shopping, I go to the shop on my bike and walk around the supermarket.
Bring Diesel out for a walk ever?
No, my sister takes him because it's a bit too much for me to do at the minute.
Well, that's good. Your sister's in town helping out with the dog.
Yeah, she comes 3 times a week to take him for a walk now.
Cool. Biscuit Vape's sister. All right, now we're on to something here.
She's far too young. She's only 16.
Oh, jeez.
Holy jeez, Smokesteve. You creep.
I wasn't insinuating anything. I have honestly never heard you mention your sister. So
I've got 2 sisters, 2 brothers.
okay, cool. 5er. Big family.
Yep.
Old school. You never see that anymore. Fiver. I can't imagine 5 kids. Fucking
That's
crazy.
nothing. One of my grandmas had 7, and the other grandma had 6.
That's right. Different times, man.
They didn't have entertainment to keep them occupied, so they kept making kids.
Yeah, the internet's killing families these days.
Whoa, loud and clear there.
iPhone.
Gee.
Family killer. What'd you say? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You were like totally loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
No, the internet, iPhones, that's what's killing families. Everyone wants to be on electronics all day instead of fooling around, should I say.
Well, you have to monitor screen time. Even with teens, you can't let them fucking go unabated on screen time.
Best babysitter in the world. Come on.
I mean, what about when you and the lad go out fishing?
I don't fish.
You throw a worm on the hook?
Oh, we do barbecue, and I don't fish. I don't hunt. I don't do any of that stuff. But what we do is barbecue. I take them to classic car shows and all that stuff.
If you have a full grill with like multiple different timings, steak, ribs, pork, burger, can you put your kid on it and be like, rub this for a few minutes? He won't burn shit.
By 14, he learned it from going to a professional barbecue contest. He actually makes better ribs than I do. I can't. He's the skilled one with rubs and all with ribs.
Killer. That's good.
He has a different method than everyone else, and he prides himself on it. So he doesn't wrap his ribs ever, but they always come out good though. So
he needs to open his center restaurant then, doesn't he?
That's a good idea.
He wants to get into culinary arts, but like what scares him is the culinary arts life is you work every weekend, every holiday.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks.
Yeah,
so that kind of scares him a little bit, but he's not really good with his hands. So he's 16. He should be thinking what he should be doing now. Regardless, he's going to be doing business courses at a community college after he graduates, at least until he can figure out what he wants.
There you go.
I didn't figure out what I wanted to do until I was 22. So I had an ideal, but
I still don't know what I want to do.
No, me either.
And I'm 52.
So
I know what I want to do.
At some point,
retire.
Exactly.
Like I have one niece who's like still in the marine biologist phase. I'm like telling her, you're never going to make shit for money doing that, but it's a really cool life. But
that kind of job is not about making money. It's about living.
Right.
And exploring and finding shit.
I mean, what do you get a job with like Woods Hole or, like, I don't even know. Like,
you never know. She become a bigwig somewhere.
That's what I always found amazing when I was at school. And I remember going when we went into the sixth form, and there was like friends of mine, boys, girls, they knew exactly what they wanted to be, a doctor or a dentist or whatever it was. I thought, how the hell can you know what you want to be at this age? We're so young. But anyway, a lot of them did what they wanted to do as well. So, but I was never like that. I never knew what I wanted to do. Must be nice in some ways if you know exactly what path you want to take. But
yeah, I mean, if you're motivated to go through all the schooling, medical doctor is a fabulous way to go. I mean,
yeah,
even the shitty ones are still pretty damn well off, So
there was a time when I resigned myself just to being a forklift truck driver because it was the best job in the world.
Yeah, but if you like it, yeah, cool.
I did like it, but I kept having accidents. So
you liked the job, but the job didn't like you. Yeah,
yeah. But, the best job I had for 6 months was working at IKEA, just looking after wooden pallets. If I dropped them, it weren't no big deal. It was just wood pallets. I just pick them back up.
Yeah.
Any big accidents where you knocked down like massive road?
No. The only bad one I had was when I dinged.
Killed someone.
No. In warehouse.
And Biscuit was fine.
In warehouses, they've got like corner barriers to protect the racks. I just bumped into that once.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Knocked the whole wall down, didn't you?
It's just a metal barrier. I just dinged it with wheel. It didn't even damage it.
Was this a forklift?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty fairly.
Did you have to get certified?
Yeah,
Did you have
yeah.
to get certified and all? Okay.
Yeah, I got certified. Yeah, you have to in this country. You can't drive forklifts without it.
All right, let me go ahead and see if
I'm also certified for PPT and I forget what they're called. The like picking trucks that like go up and down. You know, so you can pick directly from the racking. They're
I thought robots did that shit.
Not in Amazon, no.
Oh.
anyone who wants to join on here can go ahead and click the link. Carol, McGrandy, anyone else? Paul. It looks like Twitch.
I've had a tour of the factories where the robots are. They are amazing. It's absolutely amazing technology.
Okay.
Have you seen the ones? You know, have you seen the ones that pick the food in? You know, when you order your food, and there's a brilliant video on YouTube. You got to watch it. It's brilliant. I think there's about 1,000 robots. So they get the order to come in, and then they whiz along this grid, picking all the different produce, and then going back and put it into bags and stuff. It's all robot. It's absolutely amazing. The warehouse is phenomenally huge.
For Amazon groceries or whatever, like that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, no, this is like some of the major supermarkets here, like Tesco's.
I mean, IKEA had like a cage in the middle of the warehouse with robots going up and down, but they just took full pallet loads to restock where forklift drivers had come and take it off and put it in trucks.
Yeah.
Damn, that must be a crazy amount of work to fill that shit. Yeah, look at Marty.
Yeah.
I've
factory tour I went on, unloading a lorry. It was like when men used to do it, handballing. Was it called handballing when they take it off by hand?
Yeah.
It was taking something up to 4 hours. The robots took 45 minutes.
I once had a job at DFS hand loading sofas onto trucks. That was a good job.
Oh, that's hard work.
It is working in a team of two, just whacking shitloads of sofas on.
Whoa, yeah.
Right on top of each other?
Yeah. Oh. They were all in boxes, like big boxes with like wooden like supports to keep it safe. Yeah. They don't when they unload the lorries, they don't look after them sofas one bit. They'll literally just pull them off back at truck and let them drop onto the floor, and then put them on a plastic skateboard and whiz them down to the next person.
That's okay, honey. No worries.
Come on.
It's okay.
I have my hair done.
She wants to work.
I didn't have my hair done either.
Yeah,
I did. I had my hair done today.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It took hours.
I did my beard.
Okay.
Talking about jobs. Last Dance. What was your favorite mission? We're not allowed to talk about it.
There was no one single favorite one.
Okay. You didn't enjoy any of them.
The screams of them all just merged together in my mind.
It's like picking a favorite child, isn't it? Last Dance.
It's the same thing.
It was when he infiltrated the Bilderberg group and served them all vegan shrimp. It was really.
Can you tell us? I heard you guys talk about assassinations. Can you tell us anything about the JFK that we don't know? Last Dance. Come on.
No.
Were you around? Yeah, you weren't even there then, right?
What are you on about?
I was born.
You were born, but you weren't there.
Last Dance was the guy on the grassy knoll.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was the baby on the grassy knoll.
Right, exactly.
Stewie Griffin style.
Exactly.
Actually, he was Umbrella Man. That's one of the more
you've seen the Umbrella Academy, have you?
The Umbrella Man. Now that's a whole wormhole, that guy. There was no rain, yet he had an umbrella open.
From what I heard, it was the driver that did it.
That's one theory.
There's so
Umbrella
many
Man
freaking
was the
theories.
single man.
Yeah, I heard it was a security guard that did it in the car because he didn't have his safety on. That's another story I've heard. So, but whether that's true.
Hey,
How many
are you
shots
guys?
were there?
Last time, how many times did you come to the UK? Was it a regular thing?
I came 4 or 5 times over the years.
Yeah. Okay. Did you stay long, or was it just meeting?
I tried a couple times. I made a vacation into it. So.
Oh right, where did you go?
Oh well, one time I went to twice. I think I went to London, and
Yeah.
loved London. Other times I went to the.
Did you ever go? Did you ever go to Cheltenham? Did you ever go to Cheltenham?
I've been to Cheltenham and been around the Cotswolds.
So you've been to GCHQ then?
Well, I'm not saying where I've been, other than I've been
that's
Cheltenham
the
and the
place.
How do you know I didn't go to the races? How do you know I didn't go to the races?
You could have gone to the races, yeah, but in your line of work,
Speaking of races,
you would have probably gone. That's the only place in Cheltenham that would have been worth you going to. So,
Well,
then, have you put a bet on, Lee,
for
the next Prime Minister?
Oh no, I haven't actually. No.
I've got a 14-1 on what's his name, Jeremy Hunt.
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Only
right,
£2, but it's going to return 38 quid if he
That's
becomes
right.
next Prime Minister.
Very
it'll be
interesting.
Yeah.
And I only chose him because he was second choice after Boris Johnson last time.
Oh yeah, I see where you're coming from. Yeah.
Last Dance, before it gets too far away in the past. Oh, did you have something more to say about that? Because I don't want to cut into you if you were still going to finish up.
No, carry on.
Oh,
no problems.
Because I was going to ask him, how old were you when JFK was assassinated? I mean, were you old enough to watch TV and stuff?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that video, the Zapruder film, is pretty brutal, and I just wondered what the reaction back then was to, because I'm sure it was played on all the TVs and all the newses and stuff.
Not true. The Zapruder film didn't come out till almost 20 years later.
Oh, really? Is that right?
No, 10 years later. It was in the early 70s.
Well, then he probably was old enough when that was.
Yeah,
did it seem shocking like when that came out? Because what we've seen today, it doesn't seem like nothing, but it's pretty brutal.
It is brutal. You could see the spray.
It's the spray, the brain matter on the back of the trunk.
The chunks. It was awful.
Yeah.
Oliver Stone, when he broke it down in the movie, obviously he really slowed it down and showed every possible grain of detail.
I know.
Jackie Kennedy reaching for the chunks of brain to put them in her pocket so they could put them back together again.
Oh,
Humpty
man.
Dumpty.
I mean, you could only imagine what, you would have no idea what you were doing in that situation.
No, imagine the horror. It's unimaginable.
And they say when he reaches for his throat right before his head gets blown off, that shot in and of itself was fatal.
Oh, really? It was pretty bad.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the one that supposedly went from back to front, essentially through his esophagus. Very little chance of them putting all that back together again and allowing him to breathe and live a normal life.
So was there multiple shots?
Yes.
Yeah.
3 shots. 3 shots were fired.
I feel like they broke that.
Head.
They broke that down with like 3D technology.
One was the one that hit the guy in the hand.
Well, I think that was the throat shot. It went through his throat and hit Connolly and.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
What I was going to say is I think they redid that with like 3D technology and everything and proved that those shots are totally the way that it should have happened. Where I think in the past everyone, especially after that movie, that it made it look like it was impossible for the bullets to travel the way that they did.
No one's going to believe that Aphid though.
Well, I think Mythbusters did an episode on it, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But this was like they went to the thing I'm talking about. They went to and took 3D imagery of the whole square thing.
There's still things that apparently were enough that Oliver Stone a lot more recently than the movie, made a documentary about the assassination, and apparently that documentary is changing people's minds. So the movie in and of itself, I don't think it's going to change anyone's mind.
Do you know what that's called, Steve? That documentary. Do you know what it's called?
I thought it was called JFK, but it's fairly famous, and it's hard to find free. I've tried, and
I wouldn't call it a documentary.
The more recent thing,
yeah. The movie was not a documentary.
No. The movie wasn't, but the more recent thing was. Have you seen the more recent?
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
I've seen the movie, but I haven't seen the documentary.
The movie was Hollywood over the top bullshit. A lot of it,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but it was entertaining, so it served a purpose. But the more recent documentary, which I haven't seen, is changing people's minds. I've heard a lot about it.
But from all you guys there in the US, right? Because of your ages, when it comes to your parents, were they sort of like devastated? Would America be different if Annie lived, from your points of view, or
probably? I doubt it.
Do you remember your parents ever talking about it or being shocked by it?
Oh yeah, my parents were. They were very disturbed by it.
Right.
It was a national tragedy that gripped the nation. It was really the first act of kind of televised violence in some sense. Yeah. It was pretty much the first one. Many since, but that was probably the first shared national, experience of true violence.
I remember I was at an age where I can remember on TV, and I wasn't crying or anything, but I was upset. I was hoping he was going to live, because it just seemed to be a warmth towards him. Maybe our relationship with the US with Thatcher was so good at that point. When President Reagan got shot, and I think it went up into it under his arm, didn't it? When he was getting into the car.
He was getting in the car.
He got him through a space that the door in the body of the car was about this wide.
I thought it bounced off the window of the car and he got him. Wasn't it I don't remember. Wasn't it a deflection?
But the area...
I think it bounced off Brady's bones.
Oh, come on. Boo.
But yeah, I remember that vividly, thinking, "Oh my god!" And because I knew of JFK, not again, surely not another president that's been shot. But luckily, he survived.
Yeah.
69. So that was when there's a brutal was released. Yeah.
69. Well, that's well after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shooter is no longer in custody.
Which I think is bizarre.
Hinckley is out.
Yeah. Now, was he the one who did it for Jodie Foster?
Yes.
Yeah.
And in particular, her character in Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver was loosely based on the diaries of the man who attempted to assassinate George Wallace.
Wow, didn't know that.
It's a weird link between those two assassinations.
Travis Bickle?
Bickle was the character's name, yeah. The shooter, Travis Bickle was the character in the movie. The shooter that tried to assassinate Wallace was Arthur Bremer. And, Arthur Bremer was insane.
Was that the video from the airport or the crowd? Wallace is addressing a crowd. The guy literally comes up with a snub-nosed revolver, kind of. Is that the?
Well, that assassination happened not far from where I live in Laurel, Maryland. So it wasn't at an airport. It was at a mall.
A mall, okay.
I don't remember exactly where. He couldn't have been too far away, though.
When was the last big assassination in America? Looks like everything happened in the 60s.
Well, Gabby Giffords was shot, but she wasn't killed.
Yeah.
That was
John Lennon.
John Lennon certainly was a big one.
Is that really assassination, though? What is the sinner?
Would an assassination only mean ahead of...
That's what I was thinking.
Something.
I generally think it's any famous person, but if you want to say it's a politician or head of state, that's fine.
That gay designer, he was probably the last big one that got assassinated. What's his name?
Oh,
yeah.
Versace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked.
Wasn't that in the late 80s, I think? Or no, it wasn't.
No, I was
that long ago.
that
Yeah,
time.
it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago. I think it was only like 15 years ago or something.
I remember watching the news where the guy that did shoot him ended up somewhere in Florida, and they were covering it for like 3 hours.
He killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like 7 or 8 or something.
No kidding, huh? Jeez.
Like the biggest famous thing when I was a kid was the O.J. Simpson, the white Bronco. That was the biggest thing I watched as a kid that I could remember. Other than 9/11 and all that stuff, but I mean, as a kid.
Yeah,
I can remember that O.J. chase.
I don't know whether it's an assassination or not, but there's a lot of question marks over it, which is, I guess, the biggest one for us is Princess Diana. So whether she was bumped off or not is up for debate. That's for sure. There's a lot of mysterious things that happened that night, and she ended up dead.
Dodi Fayed, dead.
Yeah.
Michael Smith, what's up, old boy? Michael. Welcome, Michael. He looks like Dippy Derek is bringing some people in. Yo, Derek. Yo.
Yo.
And
did you guys see the storming of the Sri Lankan presidential palace?
Yes.
Today?
Yeah, amazing.
I was highly upset about that.
Boy, I thought that was kind of awesome, in the sense that so many people just said, we're done here. Get out.
Yeah, I saw one guy who was doing all he could to get some bread and food into his mouth, and then on the left side of the camera, there's two guys passing a bottle of booze.
Oh yeah, doing that.
Did you know what was that booze? It was coming out so slow. But
I was thinking it was some syrupy liqueur. The way it was just coming out so slow.
It must have been.
I thought it must have been awful to drink that. But
one cat looked happy. He kind of looked like, hey, you have to try this to his buddy, and his buddy's like, sure.
They're backflipping in the pool.
Some people are real.
It probably was something horrible. It wasn't supposed to drink.
It could have been like Galliano or something, just terrible. Like the bottle at the bar that stays there for like 15 years, in the back corner. Who cares? These guys made it in, and there's like 500 of them swimming in the presidential pool, and so they're getting it.
Now that was an insurrection.
I would say no, but if you want to call it that, that's fine. I mean, I think it was just a popular protest that people just, the crowd got too big. There was like 100,000 people there or more.
God. It was surrounded the whole block.
Yep. The prime minister resigned.
Well, supposedly. He said he was. Well, he was on a warship or something.
He got out.
Yeah.
And then he resigned. I forget why, but it's like the country's broke or something.
Bankrupt.
Completely broke. Yeah, it's devastated. They got no fuel.
I think they came up with a law recently where fuel would only go to commercial vehicles, so the average person would have fuel cut off.
Yeah, there's some of these climate change provisions are apparently like in Netherlands. They're protesting where farmers are not getting what they need.
Yeah, farmers are protesting with tractors, aren't they? With all getting together and protest. Big protest. I think was it yesterday or today? I can't remember.
Did you hear the news in Germany? Did you hear the news from Germany?
What's that?
They're going ahead and they're going to turn off the last nuclear power plants, and they're turning on coal power plants to make up. Because they need the power.
Yeah,
there he is.
Grande
nuclear is basically free energy.
Ex-boys. I know, but the German Greens. Someone said that the German Greens really never were they weren't really about the environment. They took power. Their platform way back when was originally an anti-nuclear platform. Anti-nuclear weapons, anti-nuclear power.
Let's do a quick delay check, McGrandy. What are you drinking?
Check. Drinking Beck's.
Oh, he's right there. He's in the pocket.
He is now.
It will deteriorate.
It will. That's why you must indulge me because I have a short window here.
Okay, get your words out now.
What do you got,
All right.
Bex? What the hell? What they have, a 2-for-1 down at the
First off, say hello, McGraw.
No, I've always been. My fascination with the Becks is I went to a buddy of mine's party, or actually it was his wedding. He got married and he had a reception at a Marriott right on Fort Lauderdale Beach, and he was a pilot.
Beachfront Avenue. Go ahead. Sorry.
He was a pilot. He used to fly. Actually, he was in question quite often by the DEA. So I knew this guy in high school and in college, and he ended up becoming a airplane mechanic. But he got married, and we went to the Marriott, and he had a wonderful reception. It was probably one of the best of my life. It was just like he bought it. He had a suite at the Marriott on the beach after a fine dinner, and he had Beck's clear bottles, which are a higher alcohol content at his reception. So anyway, that's what I remember about Beck's. But good to see you guys.
Hey, Mr.
Good to see you, Top. I see you've been going through some. Well, good to see you and my friend from England over there. What's his name?
Lee Howells
and of course, you Last Dance. Thank you, Steve and Biscuit. Good to see you. And Aphit, my old friend.
Are you signing
Even
off?
though you're not there.
Cheers.
No.
Yeah, what's happening here?
I'm here.
Sounds like romper room.
Are you saying goodbye for good?
No, I'm saying.
What is this?
No, I'm saying greetings. Greetings.
Oh,
saying
good
hello.
day.
Just finished
Good
saying
day.
hello. All right, here we go. Now we're rolling. Cool. Hey,
I'm
Lee,
done.
what are you drinking tonight?
Am I
That
lagging?
looked light.
No, you're
I'm
good.
on
You're
I'm on the Danish beer tonight, which is
Danish beer.
Carlsberg.
Carlsberg. The
Carlsberg.
glass you had earlier looked more like ginger ale color. What's that?
That's Carlsberg in the glass.
Oh, no kidding. Huh? Oh,
Yeah.
look at you.
Tastes better in a nice glass.
I've been drinking. I've been.
What about
Well, do you know what?
glass?
It's been a real cool day. Every day you just take it for granted,
Bless
don't
you.
you? But
Bless me.
did a load of jobs this morning. I had to cut some branches off some trees. Did the hedges, and
What'd
then
you use to cut the branches?
I've got like this. It's I don't think it's designed for it, but it's an electrical piece with a blade on it that
A pole
obviously goes
saw?
back. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
Like a
Okay.
sawzall?
They weren't.
Right?
So the
No.
branches were probably about this thick. They weren't like huge, but the tree certainly needed pruning. So, but it was all finished by about 2:00 today, and then my wife and my daughter, we sat out, we had a barbecue, had some. I was like, oh, you know what? I really appreciated it today. It was like I instead of taking it for granted, it was like, what a lovely day. And then we had a pit fire and stayed
Pit
out
fire.
to the garden until the evening. So yeah, really cool day today.
Do you guys
So-
roast marshmallows?
But my point was, yeah, I've been drinking vodka,
hunting.
strawberry daiquiris, red
Door.
wine,
Oh,
lager. So yeah,
Wow.
and I
Mix
feel
it.
really good.
baby.
Yeah, there's a surprise. I feel
Do
really
you
good.
guys
Wow.
roast marshmallows? Like
You have good
do that
stamina.
sort of thing?
Oh yeah, we
You
do
guys
the
are about 5
marshmallows
hours
too,
ahead
but-
of us. You're about.
Yeah, it is about.
Well,
what
he's
is it,
exactly 5 hours ahead. Exactly.
Yeah,
actually,
1:45
so-
here. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah. So
He's got stamina.
yeah,
He does.
Yeah. Too right. I'm a bit of a nocturnal. That's my problem. I find it very difficult to sleep. So
Did you ever do work at night? Is that the issue?
yeah, I'll do work at night
Well,
quite often.
That's why you're here.
Mm-hmm.
I worked overnight for 3 years, and ever since then, I
My
can't sleep
kids
at
are
night.
that way.
Same here. It's just
I gotta run up and grab some ice.
I worked for
No
about a
shit.
year on just night shifts. It was brutal.
I've never done night
Oh.
shifts, but
I
yeah,
love
I've
night
stayed,
shifts.
I've stayed up late working sometimes.
There's nothing better going home, seeing all the assholes go to work, and
I-
you're like, I'm going home.
Yeah.
I find myself
beats
waking up
that.
at 12 o'clock or
Yeah,
1
but-
o'clock in the morning myself.
When you
Yeah.
start at 8 o'clock and finish at 6, and you see everyone buggering off home, to the nice warm
Yeah,
beds at 8
There's a
o'clock.
lot of benefits of night work. Things are slower.
When you work in warehouses, there's less managerial pressure as well at night.
Yeah, I bet too.
That's why I lasted so long on night shift.
Yeah.
That's,
You can do all the accidents you wanted.
Hey Tom, how you doing, buddy?
I was
What's
I was doing a walk around picking job. It weren't on forklifts then.
Yeah.
You asked me how I was doing, Grande?
I said, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm feeling a lot better.
Am I lagging again?
No, can you hear me? How many fingers?
Yes, sir.
we're 5 seconds now.
Okay.
Say Roger that, McGrande.
Yeah, I had that COVID too, man. Knocked me out for about 10 days.
What? When was
Beat
that?
my ass. Stayed in bed for 10 days. Roger that.
Yeah, you're like 10 plus seconds behind McGrande.
I'm doing a lot better. I went through the fever stage, then was the cold stage, and I just got my voice back today. So
all right,
together,
maybe I should just maybe I should bail.
Oh.
Well, can I thank you for something real quick?
You say, Topple, are you saying you actually lost your voice?
I lost my voice. There are two things happened.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love McGrande.
It's the highlight of the show.
It wouldn't be the same if he didn't.
All right, let me thank McGrande before he goes. A couple
Yeah.
months ago, I was making fun of you about your white beard, and you said something very
Give it to me.
caught me off guard. You said every red hair that's on your face will be white. Now, every red piece of hair on my face is white. What kind of voodoo do you do?
He cursed you.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't heard the rest of it yet.
Yeah.
So there is a delay.
Oh yeah, he's got like a 10 plus.
I had this hot girl that used to cut my hair. She was older than me, and she told me that.
There's not only a
I have.
delay,
You're a man of knowledge.
Delay.
Right. There's a technical delay and there's a cognitive delay, and they all add up.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. You're a man of knowledge. Thank you.
Not just knowledge, but wisdom.
Thank you for cursing you.
Boy, what are you guys? What, you all drop acid when I left? It's like fucking the merry pranksters over here.
Well, we figured out that McGrande is like 10 plus seconds behind, so
Okay,
that started the hilarity.
Right. Oh, that's good. All right, Cups. He doesn't, but that's okay to think that.
All right. I'll talk to you later, McGrande.
He's not going.
No, I never would dye my hair. I would never dye my hair.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
We go there.
All right, buddy.
He thinks you're going.
No, before he likes to go off without saying bye. So
You know what?
Oh, okay.
I'm going to leave and come back.
Okay.
Okay. Come back in the present, please.
No,
Damn
don't
time
do
travelers,
that
they
on
ruin
purpose.
everything.
All right, so I'm going to leave and come back.
I'm not sure you understand what leave means.
Oh,
he thinks he's
funny.
You're still here.
he wants to listen to the track.
Yeah, right. I was delaying you. I like that little.
Log off and come back on. Turn your computer off and turn it back on, and get on your neighbor's Wi-Fi.
The whole thing was just a setup. He's actually on it's actually a tape he's been playing the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
He's frozen.
No, he's moving.
Yep.
There he
we
goes.
go.
Speaking of Frozen, anyone here a fan of Frozen or Frozen 2?
Frozen what?
1. Frozen
I've-
1.
I've seen the first one, but I haven't seen the second one.
Great.
Yeah,
Both of them great animated movies of the highest caliber. I mean, I'll tell you. One, do you remember in the first one when the snowman, what was his name? What the hell's his name?
Olaf.
Snowman?
Olaf.
Snowman.
When
Yeah.
Olaf, he thinks that fucking the reindeer and the goofy blonde guy have the same name. Sven. And he figures out they have a different name. What
What
brilliant
made you think
writing.
of Frozen?
Because we said he was, I thought he was
okay,
Frozen.
I'm sorry.
Screen was frozen.
Love Frozen. All right, here we go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Oh, he's back already?
And we're
Back. Hey, Mac.
Check one, check one, check one.
You sound good to me.
Live.
McGrande, say
I am
Roger
determined.
Back in a sec.
Back in a sec. All right, McGrady,
All right,
we're going to
good.
do a live check here. 3, 2, 1, and
Roger that.
Roger that.
that's for 30
Same
seconds.
timeline.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
Check, check,
McGrady,
check.
I'm going to count down. You finish the countdown after I'm done. 10, 9, 8, 7.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is this a DUI check?
I was about to say, is this a
That was about
Uh-huh.
I'm
You're
going to say 4.5 seconds.
Yeah, he got a little bit
closer.
out of
He's
he got a
close.
little bit out of logging out and coming back in.
And again, we don't know which part of this
Am I-
is cognitive
am I
and
supposed
which is technical.
Right.
Oh,
Yes, he
a
did
lot of
ask
it
the
is just
DUI
like
check question.
brain memory, muscle memory. It's all muscle memory. Steve, should I stand on one foot and hold one up? Count backwards?
Oh, let's see that. Let's
I had to do
I
that
don't want you to
once.
get hurt.
I have a feeling
All right, let's do it.
Oh, yes.
All right.
We got it.
All right.
a man of
Zoom
your
the camera out a little
maturity-
farther so we can see.
All right.
No,
Here we
don't
go.
fall out the window. Come on.
100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95,
This is gonna be a
94,
long
93, 92, 91.
You missed 95.
It's good enough for me, officer.
Follow my
Is that good enough for you?
finger, guys, without
It
moving
is, but I
the
asked you to count starting with 1.
Have they ever pulled you over
1,
on
2,
your
3, 4,
bicycle?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, dude, I've been doing major rides.
Man.
I got a major announcement for you folks.
Oh, you do.
Yep.
Let it
I
ride.
retired.
You retired.
Oh, good for you.
Yep.
Oh, you pulled the trigger. That's
Congratulations.
it. Good man.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I can now talk about what I used to do because I never talked about it.
Go right ahead, my
Go
friend.
ahead.
Well, I was a stockbroker for 38 years,
Wow, cool.
You weren't allowed to talk about that before?
and the regulators have made it impossible for me to make a living. And the sad thing is, I'm a Democrat too.
Yeah, that is pretty sad.
But
So you started in '86.
what's happening is like 84.
84, awesome, dude. That was literally the days of
Yeah.
Wall Street with guys on the floor, hand signals, day
Yeah.
trading, minute trading. You know,
Dude, I was there for the big crash in '89 when the market shut down. I was there for 9/11. I went through it all, and anyway, it's changed so much. Anyway, in the meantime, I've been riding my bike. I've been doing like instead of my 20 miles, I've been doing like 40 miles. I saw some guys on YouTube who were like rode across Europe and shit like that. So I got inspired. So I'm starting to gain on mileage. But it's so fucking hot down here. You have no idea. It's like blistering. Like
I have a pretty good
temperature,
idea.
100 real feel.
Your
So I
face
try
is
and go
lobster
early,
red.
but it's thrilling. and it's good to be alive. That's what I got to tell you, boys. Never give up.
That's right.
Any red tide yet?
He said he's a Democrat.
I know.
No red tide this
Yeah.
year so far.
Because I used to write at night, but
Hello?
I've been writing in the morning because I'm a drunk now as well. So
Wow.
so Top, I wanted to let you know I'm a drunk too, man. I'm a drunk too, and I'm proud of it.
Gotcha.
Now you know, Top. Like
You hear me?
Never knew.
And a
before.
drunk. No, I'm staying out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay out of the water if you're drinking. It's never good.
Check.
Especially if you're on your
You hear
bicycle.
me?
Stay off your bike
Check,
if you're
check.
drinking. Yeah, too right.
How we doing?
Depends.
What kind of drunk are we talking about? Like, what time do you open up? I know I'm gonna regret asking this. What
All
time
right.
Yeah, I was
do you
gonna
open up a beer? God damn it!
You want to know what the answer is? He doesn't. He has no internet delay at all. That's what kind of a drunk he is.
He still hasn't heard it.
Son of a bitch is frozen again.
It's not.
No,
Speaking of
he's not frozen.
I never drink in the water. Never, ever. I never swim
Whoa,
when
we're
I'm
that
drunk.
far back.
He's so far back he could warn
I
that
gotta tell you,
Japanese
though, it was
guy,
crazy.
Japanese prime minister, to duck.
That was a good one.
Not bad. Too soon.
Well, it depends.
Okay.
Since
Sorry,
I'm retired
Steve.
now, it's become earlier and earlier.
I'll mute myself for a
He's
minute.
No,
just
never,
asking-
never in the morning.
Oh man, he is like 30 seconds plus behind us now.
He's retired. He can run new Ethernet in his house.
Should I leave and come back?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
At least half of that.
I'm gonna leave. Guys, I'm really sorry about this connection.
No, you're good.
No, you're entertaining.
Leave your
Yeah.
cam off. Leave your cam
Take
off
your
if you
time,
hear
buddy.
this.
It's fine. I mean, he takes up some time. This guy's great.
You know what? Since I'm delayed, I'm gonna respond to Cup of Tea, who is obviously a coward.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
No,
Here
All
we
right,
go.
I'm leaving. I'll come back.
He's
oh, here we go.
I'm gonna
he's
leave and come
retired.
back.
He's retired now, Cup of Tea. He don't have to worry about his boss being doxxed anymore.
Yeah, he's right. Cup of Tea's right. He's the only good bit. So let this guy let him go. We all suck otherwise. Clearly, thanks, Cup of Tea.
There's so many questions I want to ask him, but I can't. That's what sucks.
Because it's
So
their bad taste.
What's that?
Because of bad, you don't want to ask a question in bad taste.
Oh yeah, no. I'm behaving, and I've been very good to McGrande.
Well,
We had our time, and he comes on and he says all nice things about me anymore. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? Kills
You're
me with
supposed to-
kindness.
you're supposed to bury the hatchet and be good with it.
Oh, here we go. McGrande, I'm sorry for everything in the past.
He's still there.
Thank you, buddy.
Angry about
Appreciate
it.
that very much.
There he is.
Thank
Me
you, buddy.
too.
Not bad.
Oh yeah, he's not too bad.
It will grow. It will grow.
McGrande, if you turned your camera off, I think your lagging problem would be not nearly as bad.
And he'll do so in about a minute.
Yeah.
All right,
Is there
maybe I'll
anything
try
in
that.
particular-
How do I do that? I'm gonna have to
Is
find
there
a
Click the
way.
camera button.
Just on the very
Particular.
bottom.
There should be something that says "Stop Cam"
Yeah.
on the bottom.
Oh Lord.
You know, I have a monster desktop over here, and I just need to get a webcam.
Do you have a
What
laptop?
is it? What is it? What are you using
Right.
for a camera now?
A potato.
The laptop camera. I think.
Hey, Rene Michel McCamish.
Mishman.
Yeah, that's the man.
McGraw is a 90. Well, he's
Still in the
he's old
90s.
school. That's right.
Connexion. I like it, Rene.
McGrand,
It's still running on dial-up.
McGrand, buy Bitcoin while you're back there.
Yeah, he's got listening to the old dial-up sound.
Well, if I recall, Steve had internet problems at the beginning too.
Well, I didn't have a Cat 7 cable. I remedied that. Drilled a hole in my hardwood floor.
Oh,
Right.
Outside the soffit, ran it underneath the soffit, down through this wall, filled, waterproofed
you didn't
everything.
do it the way Comcast does it. Just run it through the window.
No, I did it the real deal. And then I just painted the house and I painted the cables so they all color match everything. I just hope this fucking thing lasts now. At the time, it was like $22. It said indoor, outdoor, but it's not heavily shielded, so we'll see. It's under a soffit though, so it should be fine. It's fairly well hidden. That's my secret to good internet. And you have to make sure the Wi-Fi is off with this stupid laptop.
Well, we usually can figure out when it's on because you kind of start, stop, start, stop. It's kind of
Exactly.
It's pretty easy to tell.
Totally, bro. Totally. Hey, Lee, yours seems seamless now, man. Did anything happen, or did it just work itself out? But you have the good laptop tonight.
Yeah, I've brought the better laptop tonight. Yeah,
Oh, that's definitely your problem then, because you're much on.
Well, I took your advice, David. I took your advice. I thought maybe I'll change the laptop because you told me test the speed, and you said that's good. So
right,
yeah. So it worked out. It still can be a bit problematic sometimes, but
well, you freeze a lot. You freeze a lot too, and your speeds were nothing. Well, you did. Right. And your speeds that you were listing off that you were getting were in no means going to cause you to freeze like that. So
yeah, they did come out. But they said there was no problem either. So, but by that time, I'd already had your advice, so I thought, right, I'll just bring a different laptop back home. So.
What does that mean? Leg day?
That's a working out, like lifting weights. Leg day, you would do squats and leg presses.
And,
I mean,
am I looking out of shape?
I think you look good.
Fine to me. I mean, I wasn't paying that much attention. You know how Martin, he has different predilections about.
Well, I mean, you can zoom in on your calves, I guess.
Maybe if I turned around, because he is a fan of backsides.
Yeah.
Have you been skating or?
No, actually, I haven't been skating. I haven't been skating at all. It's been my buddy that has the nice ramp that we always go and have parties at, he's getting an in-ground pool, and it's kind of been an ordeal. So he hasn't really wanted people to come over because his whole backyard is completely torn up. There's like so much dirt. Like it's the size of a foundation of a house. So you take all that dirt and put it in the rest of the yard, and there's no yard left.
Right.
That reminds me, I wanted to ask you about a board I saw when I was bicycling.
Oh, yeah?
It's a board. It's got a massive wheel in the center.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all it is. Your feet go on.
It's a one wheel.
It's a one wheel. I thought it might have been like an electric powered thing.
It is, yeah.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, it's called a one wheel, and you can go off-road on that thing, and they're fairly hard to, like, you wouldn't want to just jump on one of those and take off and go as fast.
Oh, I was not tempted, but I was interesting watching these kids zoom by.
Intro is about 2 G's. Yeah, they're not cheap.
I think my granddad's come on the phone, so it might be a bit less lag.
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
It's less.
Looks better video too.
Yep.
He's got portrait.
Horizontalize that shit, homeboy. Hold it like this.
Well, it takes more room if I do that.
Okay.
So,
right.
Yeah,
you're definitely. You can almost communicate. You can almost communicate with you.
You got a selfie stick?
Check right. I feel like an Australian coast watcher right now.
All right, let's go.
My old boy over here on the generator is not feeling too well, so you know how it works.
Come on, Martin. Let's go, buddy. You're still awake. Come on, dude.
Did you just post the link?
Time.
Did you post the link?
Go.
He just did.
Right there, brother.
It would be great if somebody else came on here. Somebody like Martin or somebody else that we have never seen. Just come on. You don't have to turn your cam on. Just prove to Smokesteve you're who you are. And
a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I'd love to have a camera. I still have a file of questions.
I'd like to see that cup of tea, the little fad cup of tea.
He went on the Trigger Warning show, not on cam.
I want
but his
Fag
voice.
Cup of Tea to come on.
So I don't know what the difference is. We're all friends here.
Oh my God. What
Is
a
there
coward.
anything, Aphid, that you think we should cover in
Hey,
particular?
look at me. If I'm
Well,
not
that's up to
afraid,
you.
how
It's your
could he
show,
be?
dude. You bring it up, and you can.
Well,
Like I said, I'll follow your lead. When it's been talked about
Last
too
Dance,
much or
do you
whatever.
have
Absolutely.
Last Dance, do you have an opinion on this subject?
I don't want to do anything that anybody's not comfortable with, and that's my
Who's not
opinion.
comfortable with anything.
But you yourself are comfortable with it.
I'm perfectly comfortable with it. Yes.
And yourself, Aphid?
Well, sometimes
I don't care.
Comfortable? Yes or no?
Right. Oh yeah. I could care.
Boys,
I mean,
it's important
I
to
know what.
encourage others who might have some minimal fear to come on board.
No.
I would.
We're not going to chastise anybody, right, Steve? We're open to everybody.
And actually, I'm not sure. You might not be informed as to exactly what we're kind of hinting at.
Well,
here
plus
in the
he's like back when we were asking everybody to come on. So
oh Jesus! Living in the past.
Yes, I am.
Grandmother.
Living in the past.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we were to,
what you guys need to realize is I have the benefit of hindsight. So let's utilize this lag and take advantage of it.
Okay, well, Steve wants to say something.
Yeah, Steve, why don't you just talk about you could just bring up
Go ahead, Steve.
the subject, and then if I feel like jumping in somewhere, I'll feel.
I was hoping that opened the door for the subject, but I don't think that the subject is still touchy because I can see everyone's reaction here.
Oh no, I got no problem with.
I got no problem at all.
I mean, I figured it would come up at some point, so I didn't.
In the end, I guess
I've missed something here. What are we talking about?
This is a really difficult subject, Lee, to really breach.
Right.
It's
okay. Just go for it.
I can't really fucking get it into words,
all right,
here, guys. Because
all right. Did you hear?
Resulted from
is it anything to do with a little argument on Discord?
I'll be happy to bring it up.
Nothing at all. It actually has to do with an event that happened at a parade in this country where a lot of innocent people were.
Oh, your July the 4th shooting just a few days ago.
Yes,
that's right.
Yeah. That's why I'm having a hard time bringing it up because it was a very intense event for the entire country.
Yeah.
But I mean,
so what do you want to discuss about it? What is
well,
it?
The shooter is someone who has a connection to a group of people that Aphid Lip is a member of that group, and he was also he was also on about sometime in April, I think maybe.
It says 4 months ago on the YouTube channel.
April or March.
On your show, Aphid, or on
yes,
on Aphid's
on my show.
The shooter came and appeared on the show.
Oh my God!
Which I don't think anybody knows about because I've been following the views of it, and they went up by a couple because I know that there was some people in the Discord that probably watched it, and then there was.
I myself went right back.
Aphid, what was he discussing then? What was he talking about?
Nothing.
He did not talk.
He was a jerk. I mean, that's.
Well, he was pretty much like he always was because I know this individual, and he was, he always did stuff for attention. He didn't have much substance of his own, and I'm sure that was the point of that. That's one of the key points of trying to understand what happened and trying to get the mindset of this person. It was always like, he had face tattoos and he didn't have much to bring to the table. So he would have to, make a spectacle of himself in a way to draw attention to himself because he couldn't keep the attention on his own.
So what he did is he came on and he kept doing this. He kept sticking his face real close to the camera and doing that. And, and eventually Steve, I tried to, bring him into a conversation.
Yeah.
And he was just not going to say. He said, I think Steve said, "Where are you from?" And he answered Kazakhstan.
Yes, he did.
Which comes from the Borat movie.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And that was about the only thing legible thing he said the the whole time he was on.
From knowing him, I can only imagine that he was extremely uncomfortable and self-conscious about himself when he came onto the show, because he didn't know you guys at all. So
Yeah,
it was blatantly
understand that.
obvious that he was uncomfortable, and that was the only way he knew to, to exist in the call, was to, bring attention to being goofy and silly instead of talking or having a meaningful conversation with any of us.
So have you been questioned at all, or are they asking for a copy of that? Or
no, I haven't been. There's some close friends of mine that have been, and supposedly they witnessed the FBI reading some of the comments on my Discord in regards to it and stuff.
Yeah.
I had warned everybody in advance on the Discord that there was a possibility that would happen. So I just wanted, I don't think that people really talk about stuff. I mean, Last Dance is, I don't read everything that's on there, to be honest. I have the past week, but before that I didn't. And, I'm just, I did, it's just a small group of people. I'm not really that worried about it. If it gets kicked off, I don't really care. So I didn't make it so I would have to babysit it or watch it at all times. I have my own life and job and stuff, so I don't really pay attention much to what goes on there. So I don't think, from what I've seen, I've noticed too much that would be of any interest whatsoever to this individual or to the FBI, like as some kind of propaganda or stuff that shouldn't be on there,
Well, he was never on the Discord.
No, he was never on there.
Yeah, so there was nothing there.
There was a confluence of other people that were there that aren't frequent posters by any means, right? But that did have connections.
There are people that he has spent a lot of time with at their house, and that they welcomed him into their homes and tried to help. He's a young kid, and they thought they could do him some kind of help, and he was open to it, and he would go visit their house and eat dinner with their family and meet their extended family in some instances, and
wow.
And it's a very open group, and to be honest with you, he probably spent more time in that group of the Skype group. It's based off of a Skype call that goes on like 24/7.
Some of those dudes are members of the Discord,
right? Those members that he's been to their houses and stuff. And I knew that those people would be looked at with a fine-tooth comb instantly. So I just wanted to put it out there that I didn't say anything wrong. I was just letting everybody know that, if you're uncomfortable with anything that, because if I know, and these people are my friends, all of you that are on there, I would want to know, if I didn't want my everything looked at or something, I could see where that would be important to me in some way. So I just wanted to announce it to everybody. And apparently that was something that the FBI were interested in. my announcement.
Just to be truthful, it is entirely possible, being that this is maybe the first thing live. Like this could be viewed. I mean, it's
this conversation. Possible. Yeah, it's. I would say it's highly unlikely, but is it possible? Yeah, it could be possible. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities.
Is it possible that they've already viewed it?
No, we're talking. I think he's talking about this show. Us talking right now.
Right now.
Oh, right. I see what you mean. Oh, right. Okay.
Well, there's links because we're discussing that they've already looked at.
And because there's a connection.
There's only
we're talking about it. So
there's only 11 viewers here. The other one is someone else, Big Brother.
I will tell you that these people that I'm talking about that were really close to him do not live around him and are only associated with him, besides him going to their house through the Skype call, which I'm a part of as well. And there's only probably 50 or fewer regular people on that call. And they knew all about both individuals before they met with them, and they met with them within 24 hours of the shooting. So that tells you that there's, they knew going into it pretty much both of those guys, their history. And I mean, I'm not sure, not who their 8th grade school teacher was, but they definitely knew who they were and what they were about and their online activity,
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fact of the matter is, we're all as astounded as anybody that there was any connection to this fucking psychopath because, first of all, the connection here was far removed from us individuals.
Exactly.
Sure.
Because we're talking about it.
Right. I mean, but it's still absolutely fascinating that we even had some.
I think at least 5 are come. I bet
He's
5 are
behind.
coming out of Bethesda.
He's behind, so he's answering something that you said like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I hear you. It's just ridiculous, man. And I really can't believe he did what he did. And
I can't either.
Really a horrible person and a horrible human being. And Jesus, dear Lord, I hope he never sees the light of freedom again, man, because that's all he's going to get there. I would prefer that they fucking fry his ass, but
yeah.
But who knows?
Definite debrief.
Someone said something on the Discord. I don't know if it was AFED, but give the opposite what he wants.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it wasn't me that said that.
And that's a great, that's how I would feel too.
Yeah, if he wants to die, then don't let him die.
Let him rot.
Exactly where he couldn't have been too far away.
Oh wow, who's listening to that? Was Last Dance talking?
No, that wasn't me.
No, I mean it was a recording of you talking.
Yeah.
Why was there a recording of me? Was
I
somebody
don't
playing
know.
that?
It was. I'm almost positive that was your voice.
Dance, don't worry.
Yeah, right. So I'll tell you something. I don't think I've talked about like how I found out, but it was the 4th of July, and I was over at my in-laws' house and swimming in their pool. Monday, and the notification came out that I was out of the pool drying off, just looking at my phone, and then it popped up on my phone that the identity of the shooter was discovered. And I had been in talks with Last Dance pretty much the whole day since it happened, because I knew, from Last Dance was familiar with that area that it happened at. So anyway, it came up. So I just did a quick Google image search.
Wait, was those the messages I was in on, or you guys had?
I don't know.
Messages?
I might have. I might. Hey, you said earlier you sent him some link to some Beatles thing.
You hate the Beatles.
No, I don't hate the Beatles. But anyway, so it came up on my phone, the identity, and I Google imaged it because, I'm just fascinated with stuff like that. And there was, tons of it just had been listed. And there was tons of images of different people that were people with similar names and whatever. And one of the images was of him, and I know him. So it was like, what the heck? Why? I didn't know his real name though. I never knew I knew his name was Bobby, but and Awake, but not
the horrible feeling.
I was like, what are the chances? Why is that's fascinating? There's no reason his picture should have came up, And so then
it wasn't my posting onto the Discord of his image, and that wasn't what got you there first.
No.
Okay.
Because then I went into the Skype group. And there was not really anything that happened, and I could see somebody was typing, and they posted something about him doing it or what the fuck or something, and then so I another 15-20 minutes go by, and I find it, and then I went and I contacted my friend that I knew was one of the ones that was contacted by the FBI, and I sent him a private message on Facebook because I'm Facebook friends with him. And he was like, he kind of, I don't think he thought I was joking, but he wanted to make sure I wasn't. And I was like, I wouldn't joke about something like this. And then he instantly drove, to the other guy's house, which is, not just right next door. And they, he's like, we gotta deal with this,
Unbelievable. Yeah, it's really fucked up, man.
It's been weird, man. This week has been like some of the, just huge emotions. Like there's been that, and then my son was not cleared, but the visuals of his surgery where he gets these things done that we've been dealing with for 3 years looks like it might be over with, or at least what we're doing is helping. And then my mother-in-law, which I haven't talked about in here, she was not looking down good odds of of surviving cancer, and it seems like that's might be over with, at least for now, So it was like just huge week of crazy emotions that went on this week.
Different waves.
Right, man.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
may I say the news about your son? And I know this is a issue that's tormented your family for a long time.
Right. Yeah.
Such wonderful news, man.
Thanks, man.
That kid is so cool.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I mean, hopefully we don't until we get the numbers back from the the pieces of his body that they took out to test. We won't know for sure, but it looks like it looks like his esophagus always had these lines in it that were. It almost looked like the veins, like varicose veins, and where his throat was swollen and constricting, and it wasn't like that at all.
Jeez.
For the first time in 3 years.
How old is he, Aphid?
He just turned 13.
Oh, bless him. Bless him. No, I'm glad it's all good news, though. That's
hopefully.
cool.
Hopefully.
Yeah, too right.
Basically the same age as my daughter.
Yeah, I thought so. I figured that was probably pretty close.
Which the FBI immediately saw.
What's that?
What? Where are we now?
Man, he's got to be like so far back. He said something about the FBI saw.
Yeah,
I gotta admit, I know I don't mean to sound disrespectful, but it was I heard about the shooting, but I didn't look anything. It's like, oh, it's another shooting in America, and it's it's July the 4th.
Perspective, bro.
Yeah, because there was the school shooting just a bit ago.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, how many people died? I mean, is he alive? Did he shoot himself, or
he shot 7 people? He was captured alive.
Killed.
He got alive.
Yeah, he killed 7. He shot like 30.
He shot 30, right? 7 of them died. 22 or 23 are severely injured. Terrible.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it until I jumped on Discord. And Steve kind of poked me towards that direction. And I'm like, I don't get what's going on. And I read Last Dance's comment, and I'm like, I don't get it. So I went on Twitter, and all of a sudden it hit me. Like, are you kidding me? And I accidentally left that on my laptop when I went to sleep. My wife woke up, took a look, saw the screen. And I think it's a picture of me next to him or something.
Yeah.
Woke my ass up, and she's like, who the fuck? Is someone to be calling us or something? I'm like,
life
I
is
don't
there,
think
dude.
so.
But we're all here to make the distance,
And then she's like, what kind of group of people do you talk to?
Yeah.
And I'm like, the AFED guy's the scary guy. You gotta watch out for him.
Oh, that's right. You did say that right in that part. Yeah.
What I told my lady, I was like,
his firearms license off him. Next thing.
When I told her, I was like, you're not going to fucking believe this. I took, of course, about 20 screenshots of it just to. Jesus. But
don't want that shit on my phone.
She couldn't believe it. Somehow, Last Dance, you found the time signature stamps of when he was on, because it was a fairly long live stream, and there are 2 sections, which I'm not going to say here, but the time, that was pretty fast, man. I was pretty impressed with how you found that. And then
I remembered when some description, I think it was from Aphid Lip, and then I remembered what he was like, and I remember being really annoyed when he came on.
I had a situation. Can you hear me, Aphid?
Yeah, I can, but you're not going to hear this for like a minute.
I'm lagging.
No, really?
And what I found to be moving about that situation was that there were 2 other cool guys on the screen that I really did like, if you remember them. There was a couple of dudes on the bottom. One of them was maybe drinking moonshine. The other one was
D-High S was on.
Yeah, he drinks Everclear.
He drinks straight Everclear.
I was watching part of it, and he was like, you guys are really nice to me, man. That's really cool. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
shit, we're nice. That's
Well, he
cool.
came in to
That's-
act like an asshole, and we didn't take it. It was like, okay, do what you want, say what you want to say, and he kind of was shocked by that. I think that's what that was.
That was cool, though. He assimilated
I would
right
have
into
strangled
the
him if I
group.
caught him.
Oh,
And that was Aphid Lip's show.
he
And
just
then
likes Everclear.
he came on my show like a couple of weeks later. He joined back in, and then he was like, "No, I've never seen any of you before in my
Yeah,
life."
he totally forgot.
I could believe it. You know, I'm sure Everclear doesn't leave you all that clear.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that dude, and that dude has no idea that he was
no.
in the call with that guy.
And he'll never figure it out.
He'll
either.
never know unless we run across him again.
Well, that was my wife. She called her sister, and I'm like, dude, I don't want any. I don't know this guy. He didn't even say a goddamn word on the stream that we were
Yeah.
on. I'm like,
He
I don't
said
want I don't want
Kazakhstan.
people to know this shit.
Yeah, I
Like,
haven't
I don't
told
give a-
anybody.
I'm like, don't keep your mouth shut about it. And she's like, this is. I'm like, stop. I'm like, I had nothing to do with anything.
Good idea.
I'm like, she's trying to take a picture of it. I'm like, don't take a picture of it. I don't want to be part of this at all.
He did kick him out a couple times.
I was hoping nobody would bring that up.
Aphid, can you put me on that Skype
Be
call?
high, my boy.
I had a bromance with that guy.
And then we started
Aphid, I know I'm
bothering
delayed.
Aphid, and he
Put
brought
me
him back
your
on.
Skype call list.
Here
I
goes
want to
cup
go
of
in
tea.
with the group.
Cup of tea piggybacking right there. Piggybacking right on that one.
Yeah,
Gang
guy.
up on him.
This
Gang
Total
What did I-
Everclear.
What did I snitch move? I didn't do nothing. Cup of tea, prick.
up. Total everything. K, who's K anyways? Welcome, K. Join on in.
Big brother.
He's okay.
Yeah. You think that's the feds? They're
That's the
just
feds.
hanging out?
That's the feds. It's gonna start asking more questions soon.
They know our show so well.
It's not the feds, it's the Men in Black. They only have one letter in the name.
K
You remember-
drink that D-High was the actual brand that D-High was drinking. The feds
Was
have been watching us that long.
wasn't
Stop
Kay one of the
mentioning
guys from Men in Black?
Yeah, actually it was. Well, they're all letters, I think. That's why.
Is the handler, right? Kay.
Was that Will Smith?
I don't know. I thought it was Rip Torn or no. One of the. It was their handler back at headquarters.
The original Men in Black, right?
I think so. Yeah, I might not be remembering it correctly.
Was it? It was M, wasn't it? Or is that James?
That's
Bond?
James Bond.
That's James
Yeah.
Bond.
Yeah.
Is that Aphid Lip running down there? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was
A black
Zed.
SUV just showed up.
Zed. That's what I'm
Zed.
looking at. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Big black SUV just showed up. He's wrong.
Exactly. Bundling him in.
Look at the dog.
The dog turned him in.
I mean, he left it on. Now I feel bad. Wow, look at that microphone. That looks pretty
That's
awesome.
professional.
Yeah, he's got the real deal
Does
there.
he smoke USAs? What is he?
That red thing, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna leave.
Oh,
some-
what's going on? The dog's doing a runner.
Dog's back.
Take
Here
the
he
chair.
comes.
Take the
Like,
chair.
oh, he's back.
Dog, say something, dog. It's your chance. It's your chance. You missed it.
All right, we have you on solo layout because it was so fascinating. What happened? You get raided? FBI? Oops, what happened there?
Oh,
What did I do?
whoa.
All right, and we're back.
Oh,
Hey, we lost two
You
people.
kicked Aphid off.
I know. What
Oh,
the
I
hell?
Where'd I go? Hopefully, you guys didn't have me on full screen when I went back in the woods to go pee.
We did. That's exactly. That is exactly what we did.
How was that run? You really had to go.
Cinnamon,
Well, I
you're
mean,
way
just-
too big.
Just shut the camera off next time, or I'm gonna.
He thinks we're kidding. That's exactly what Smokesteve did.
No, I believe you.
Anything,
I
but
believe you.
that's what happened.
You go to the 227 mark, you'll see.
Which
You'll
dog
see
is
the
that?
stream.
That's a new
Oh yeah,
dog.
you could see me go. No, it's Cinnamon.
Oh,
You
that's
can
a
see-
good doggy.
You could see me go right back there on the brick and run right back in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Watch out. She was
sentiment.
eating some dookie when you were out.
Oh, I'm
taking a
sure
leak
she
of
was.
kids. Watch out for that tongue. Bro.
Well, that's a pit bull, so you gotta be careful with that.
She does have a
That's
little of
not
that
a
in her.
pit bull.
She's got it in her.
She's got it in her.
And boxer too. I think she might be more boxer than pit bull.
I mean, now Biscuits, he's got a vicious pit bull. That thing will take your fist off. Diesel.
Only,
Grande left.
Only if you're a four-legged critter.
System failure. Stay
A
well.
four-legged critter.
What?
A four-legged critter.
Four-legged critter.
Oh.
System failure? What is he using? A fucking wang?
Comments are lagging.
Did you say a wang?
Yeah.
I've actually used a wang, so.
Wang.
Oh, wang.
A wang?
No, wang is old school.
I'm pretty sure we've all used a wang.
No, this was an old, it's like an original like word processing software computer that we used in like frickin' 1990 or something.
Like a Commodore.
It was like, you paid big bucks for this. Was a professional system.
Yeah,
but I can't believe Smokesteve has ever heard of it.
Well, they had a huge theater south of Boston.
Oh, that's right. You're from Boston. It was a Boston company. So
right.
Did they have the Oregon Trail on it?
No.
No Oregon Trail or
this was word business processing.
One of my favorites there, though, the Oregon Trail. Love that game.
I love that one. Asteroids.
There was another one, Black Bass. It was a fishing game.
Yeah.
Good shit.
I didn't have a computer till I graduated, so.
I was gaming on computers probably in 1983, 84.
On computers?
Well, on what was known in the UK as the ZX Spectrum. I think it was called the Timex in your country.
Timex Sinclair.
Yes, yeah.
I had
I
had one of those.
I think my first PC was an Atari. I think it was.
That's what also was an early one. Around in the U.S. there were two. The back in like 1980, the TRS-80 from Radio Shack.
And I remember that. Yeah,
and the Apple computer.
Yeah.
Then the Apple II was a very popular computer.
I had one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the Commodore 64 after the Spectrum. That was American, wasn't it? Commodore, I think.
Commodore was American, I think.
Yeah.
Or was it Japanese? I don't know.
Biggest selling home computer in the whole of computing history, that.
Commodore?
Yeah, Commodore 64. Yeah. Sold more units than anything else.
Yep.
I think I told you before, I actually ended up working for an American company in the UK, which was Microprose. Yeah, I think I mentioned it once before. Yeah. So they made a lot of computer war simulation games. There was a lot. There was other programs around, but that was their main thing, especially flight simulators as well. So, which was fun. It was a great company to work for. That's for sure. They were brilliant.
There he is. He looks like he's put on a few pounds.
He looks like he's smiling. That's what's funny about that dog.
He does. He does look like he's smiling.
That's the trademark of Steffi's.
Has he gotten bigger? Has he gotten a little chubbier?
He's got a little chubbier. Yeah, he's getting fed more like twice a day, and my sister keeps fetching him bags of treats and stuff. So he's getting them and all.
Take care, Carol.
Looks good.
Oh.
Yeah.
See you, Carol.
Get your hair did. Come on next week.
Yeah, that'd be great. See old Carol on here.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have her.
Oh. See, my dog won't even come near me right now because the fireworks at night. She's scared of dark now. So
you're Oh, they're not going off still, but she's still scared to go outside.
No, about August, she'll start creeping back outside when it gets
Oh
dark.
man.
So it's pee pads inside the house right now.
Oh my gosh. Like she won't even go out to go to the bathroom
during the day, but as soon as that light drops, where there's no, it's dark out. Yeah, she's like that for 1 month.
That's funny, dude. So you can't train it out of him, huh?
Thanks, coming to you like we didn't know.
You can't train it out of him, Topple?
Nah, she was always good, and then we moved here, and there's fireworks that in summer, obviously with Memorial Day, graduations, 4th of July, and then it finally quiets down for a little bit. But it gets dark out. She goes right into my wife's closet. It's like a room. finds a basket of clothes and tries to crawl under it. So
that's crazy, dude.
And she tries to be a tough dog, but she's a little pussy. So. Hi, Biscuit.
Yeah, I think Smokesteve forgot he had him on full screen.
Oh wait, did I?
Yeah, he's been on full screen the whole time.
All eyes on you, Biscuit. Do a trick.
All right. That wasn't bad though. He's cute. Look at these. This is awesome. Dog is happy.
Oh, what's
Night, Kay.
Anything else happened interesting in the last 2 weeks? What happened with Wasn't there something with the January 6th where a woman said something that Trump grabbed the steering wheel or something?
Yeah, I mean that was nobody. I mean that was secondhand. She didn't claim that she saw it herself.
That well, I mean,
and the Secret Service denied it. And it seems kind of unlikely because it's not like he sits up in the passenger seat, you know.
Yeah.
But that story is of no consequence, anyways.
Exactly.
And for all we know, it was true. Nobody really.
I believe the story was passed around as she said it. Whether it really happened that way or not is probably.
I saw some diagrams of the car, and for Trump to make it from the seat that he would be sitting in to get up, they call it the beast, the car.
The beast, yeah.
To get his hand up close to the steering wheel would have taken a monumental movement of dives and like spring, roll, tuck, and like
climb out of the car and go on.
It's kind of up there a little. No, he could do it from the inside. It's not possible. It's not as easy as I think it sounds. I don't know. Do you have any knowledge of this, Last Dance?
I don't have any personal knowledge, but I mean, he's the president. All he has to do is say, "Take me here," and the Secret Service will go there.
No, but that's not true because he said that, and they said, "No, we're going to take you to the West."
Yeah, I think that is how it happened. I mean, I don't think you can just go somewhere without having the Secret Service there first.
Yes, you can.
He told the Secret Service, "Take me to the Capitol," and they said, "Sir, we're taking you to the West Wing."
He's the boss. If he wants to go to the Capitol, he goes to the Capitol. They don't. In no way do they get to tell him what to do. Now they might pretend to say, you know, oh, we're really supposed to take you there, but in the end, he's the boss.
Supposedly that they may have committed dereliction of duty because they may
don't they have if they feel there's a security threat, don't they have their right to protect him by making him do certain things?
I'm going to say no. They don't actually have an absolute right. If he wants to get out and, arm wrestle a shooter, they'll just jump in front of the shooter. But they ultimately he's the boss.
I would guess that move was better for him to stay out of prison. If he would have went there with all that happening, I think he might have a little harder of a time staying out.
So let me get to the bottom of this, Last Dance. Her testimony, you've heard it. She said he jumped and attempted to grab the steering wheel or something. to force them to go to the Capitol. What do you think the lie is here?
I'm not saying there is a lie, but I suspect it's not true. I really don't know where the disconnect is. Whether he's just said something or whether he got angry, and he's a big baby, so I can believe he had a temper tantrum, but
she said this was hearsay before she said that statement,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
She wasn't there. My guess is that it was people got carried away in the moment, and the I think that there was one person present that was there that when she's saying that somebody told her the story, and somebody that was there when she was told that story was actually in the vehicle with them. And I'm just guessing that it was probably a extremely absurd moment in time that was out of the norm. And with everything else that happened, there was probably just a lot of stuff being said, and just the moment of how crazy the whole situation was, that maybe some of that got through.
I should also say that I'm not suggesting that if the president said he wanted to go to the Capitol, that the Secret Service guy wouldn't say no, sir. I'm just saying that if he really insists and he pushes back enough, they will give in.
Huh.
But I wouldn't be at all surprised if their first instinct is to tell him no and to do whatever it takes to protect him according to their training.
Right.
Oh, there's a book out with Secret Service about the Bill Clinton Hillary days. How they had to protect Bill Clinton from Hillary. Now I don't know if that's all fake, but what was stated on certain things, like they knew exactly what was going on with his affairs, you would say, and they would get in big ass fights, and they were questioning themselves. Well, we got to protect the president over her. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, but I will say this: that story about Trump grabbing the wheel is not that it is very unimportant compared to all the full sweep and breadth of all the other aspects of that. So
yeah.
Is anybody really paying attention to that? What's going the December or January 6th commission?
I've been watching them.
Yeah, sure. Probably. You know
how biased is it?
You know how the news cycle is. It's no longer. It was pushed off by 10 other things.
What's this about? What's this January the 6th thing?
It's the January 6th committee in the Congress.
Yeah. What are they doing?
Investigating the
insurrection.
The quote insurrection /riot.
Right.
Gee. Let's start that argument now.
We're fine.
Let's just keep going down the rabbit hole until we're.
Boris. What happened to Boris?
Yeah.
I think we went over that already.
He just got fed up. I think everyone just got fed up of him lying. It's it's one after the other. I mean, the final thing was this deputy. Was he the deputy whip? I can't remember. But in a position in the government, gets drunk and ends up groping two men. Now, to be put into that position, that job,
two men.
Yeah, I didn't know it was two men. I just heard it was of sexual nature.
Two men. He groped two men.
Wow.
Is he gay?
Yeah, and then apologized the next day that he drank.
Totally gay?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, I think you'd have to be. I'm not just grabbing dudes' packages.
You sure about that?
So he resigns.
It's a common hello in UK.
So he resigns, and then the Prime Minister is asked, was he aware of his, and anything else that he might have done in the past before you gave him that position, of which he sent out ministers telling them that, obviously defend me, and I never knew anything about his past. And then it consequently you find out a day later that actually he did. And then there was documentation where this guy is called Pincher. So he turned around and it's on some email or memo or whatever going, "Oh, Pincher by name, Pincher by nature."
What do you mean? Like he
grabbed
pinches
this guy,
guy's gut?
and it's like, so Yeah, so he's like completely caught out, lying that he knew anything about this guy's background, and with all the other lies that he's been saying over obviously the last few months. Finally, I think the public had had enough. Well, not so much the public, but the party had had enough, because they've got to try and win in an election. And if you've got a leader that's there talking to the public, and all we know that all he's done is just lie, why are we going to vote for him? So I think they're looking out for themselves in many ways, because obviously if they don't get elected, they lose their jobs. So they've decided to get rid of him and get a new leader.
See, the UK political culture is so different from the US. It's amazing. In the US, the politician will lie and lie and lie and lie, and they will never give in, and they don't care if the party is harmed, and the party will typically they'll back up their person no matter what.
Yeah.
And there's no culture of responsibility, no such thing.
The Conservatives were backing Boris up until a point, and the straw that broke the camel's back was sex allegations, wasn't it?
Yeah, well,
what about the boozies?
It was this deputy whip who was at a party and ended up groping two men. Yeah.
But see, in the U.S., that would not attach to the leader. They'd just be saying, it's that guy's fault.
Well, yeah.
The thing is, it's not that got him in trouble. It was the fact that he knew about it in 2019, and he made a comment
even
and
still
then lied. He
told me he wouldn't do it anymore.
He lied that he knew nothing about it, but he clearly did, because he mentioned it in 2019.
If he came clean right from the start, I think he would have got away with it.
Yeah.
So, but
Boris can't stop lying.
No, it was one lie too many, and so it's just like, oh, do you know what? But I will say there is still a lot of support for him. I mean, there's a lot of people that are upset because they think he's the best leader for the party. So
it's Trumpism again.
Why? Because Trump grabbed the pussy?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm talking about people following him, even though he's.
What's going to be really interesting?
Lying straight to their face.
Yeah. What's going to be really interesting is what line we take with the Ukraine, because there is no doubt about it. And I think it was to deflect a lot with what was going at home. Boris became Ukraine's biggest supporter.
Zelensky loves him.
Oh yeah, Zelensky is absolutely devastated that he's gone. I mean, Boris was leading Europe in terms of defending the Ukraine. So it's going to be very interesting whether the next leader has the same point of view. They probably will, I suspect. But
they can't be seen to be doing less than Boris, can they?
Well, that's true. Yeah, yeah. But without turning it all into the war or whatever. But yeah. You look at the Ukraine at the moment, and I think with all the billions of pounds that you guys are piling in, as well as Europe, and they seem to be losing.
I mean, personally, I hope Jeremy Hunt gets in, not because of the monetary thing that I'm going to get from it, but
of course you
It's about money.
It is, because I put a bet on it, 14-1.
Ow, I bet. I never betted
if
on
you notice, Biscuit, with what's going on domestically with politics, like the Ukraine war now, you just hear little snippets of. Before it was major news every day, and now it's just like, there's another city's been.
Well, I'm curious, what does the opposition say about?
They're all for all help that we're giving them. I believe.
Yeah, they are behind the government for that.
The only people that are opposing everything is the Scottish, because they want out of the United Kingdom, basically.
They want to be in the EU.
Yeah, they want to be in the EU and have nothing to do with the UK.
That's sad to hear.
It is sad to hear, because I think they should stay, but
they need to get their priorities straight. Their NHS is a pile of wank in Scotland.
It's a different system than.
It's the same system, but they're not managing it well.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you look at the amount of billions of pounds that Westminster gives Scotland, they would be so much worse off. I mean, they can join the EU. Well, the thing is, they don't even qualify to join the EU, so that means they're going to have to change the rules to let them come in, because they're only a population of 4 million, so they need billions of pounds of us for their services. So it's like they would. I just can't believe that you can we'll just change the rules so they can come into, and they'll do it just to snub England. They just will. But I hope it all backfires. And the other thing I can't understand is what you had a referendum to stay in the UK
in 2016. I think it was
once in a lifetime referendum. And they lose, and they want another one. So until you get the result that you want, and then it's just like ridiculous.
I personally hope they get another referendum, so it can never fucking come about ever again.
Do you know what, Biscuit? This is a bit controversial, but they've had their referendum, right, and they decided to stay, and now they're going about we want to leave, we want another referendum. No, you had your referendum, it's done. I think England should have a referendum as to whether we want the Scots to stay. And I tell them to fuck off.
There you go.
I would.
That's how it always is when someone loses a vote like
where
that.
would my city be, though? It's still technically owned by Scotland.
What is?
Doncaster's still owned by Scotland on paper.
Oh boy.
You're going to be a Scot?
Gonna join the Doncaster Liberation Party?
Look, I know I'm really talking from my point of view. There's probably people that are watching that are in England. I totally disagree, but this is my true feeling about Scotland. Has always got a chip on its shoulder because throughout the whole of their history, we have owned them. Yeah, and every time they've tried to fight us, they've always ended up losing. We've always given them a really good kicking and sent them back across the border.
I mean, we're talking about the politicians here, but Scotland's an absolutely lovely place.
Rebuild.
It's beautiful.
What's that wall? Hadrian's Wall?
But yeah, Hadrian's Wall. Yeah, that was to keep them out.
First thing I'm doing when I've lost all my weight is going to Scotland for a month in a camper van with my daughter.
Beautiful places there.
That's cool.
Beautiful beaches. That's for sure. When it's nice weather, of course.
We're going to go wild camping in a van.
Good on you. Cool.
That's awesome, dude. Sounds beautiful. What are we at here? 9:53. Yeah, we're rolling along nicely, fellas. Ooh, look, we have a new person here.
Hey, now. Is it
camping is the best, Minxie?
Is it a priest?
Looks like possible porn.
All the more reason to put him on.
No, Minxie Mo, I don't know you, so no deal.
Hey, you're rhyming, so keep going. Make it into a rap.
Hello, Aphid. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
He's there. Yeah, there. I saw you move then. Yeah.
Trying to get some light going.
Well, they're in the private chat as well, but no deal. Already clicked off. You got to show me something on video, Minxie. I cannot just throw people on without some kind of confirmation.
I don't know. I always find it funny when I hear Scottish independence because people always
nice, Kay.
People like to emphasize the differences, but
Kay
the Scots and the Brits are more alike than certainly any other two.
K is definitely not FBI. He's from UK.
Yeah, I don't want them to leave. I think they should stay. Definitely. It's all part of the United
Kingdom. That's a cover.
Oh, that's exactly what a Fed would say.
That's a cover.
Me mum's from Doncaster. Oh, yeah, sure.
Hello. Pretty deep back here. Definitely a little in knowledge.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Very good point.
What else we got? We got Biden. What did he do? Oh, I know what he did.
What's he done now?
It was no big deal, but he did. Yeah. He was reading off of a teleprompter, and he read the parts you're not supposed to read.
Oh my God!
So he's reading, and then the teleprompter said
end quote.
End quote. Repeat the line. So he said end quote. Repeat the line, and then there's a scene from the movie Ron Burgundy, Anchorman,
Yes.
And the guy, Ron Burgundy, always reads off exactly what's on the teleprompter. So someone writes on the teleprompter. They erase, good night, San Diego, and they put down, fuck off, San Diego, and he reads it off.
Oh, geez.
Good shit.
Brilliant.
Fox is talking about something with AOC. She did something. What else?
Well, I'm thinking that's going to be it, boys.
All right.
What?
No, I mean, come on. Sometimes good things come to an end.
You're the host. It's your show, buddy.
Yes, sir.
I mean, if it's gone, you guys, I mean, whatever, So it seems like a good ending spot.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fine.
Agreed?
Yeah. 3 o'clock.
I'm fine.
I'm getting tired.
3 o'clock. Yeah, I know you guys, you crazy bastards. All right. That's going to go ahead and bring us an end to the old pub tonight, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Have a great week.
Everyone.
Have a
Thank you
good
for doing
week.
it, Steve, and it's good to see all you guys once again, and hope to see you soon.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a
Peace
great
out,
week.
everybody.
Have a good week. Take care, everyone.
Take care.
Bye.
Take
See
care,
ya.
everyone. Night night.
Night.
Goodbye.